Gotta box again. Whoa. Right.
What's good? What's good? What's good with the family? How y'all feeling on this good Monday? Back to get boxing is just due. Y'all already know. Catch this on the playback. Smash the like button. Sub to the channel. Turn your notifications on and come rock out with the family. What's good with y'all, man? How y'all feeling? Salute to everybody. Let me say what's up to the fam. My guy Thomas Hill in the building. JBT family. Tanya Vandross Williams Jr. Peace and blessings to the queen. Hope you feeling well over there. Fight game, my guy. Scales Repertory in the building. What's good, Scale? Trash Talk Gaming in the building. My guy, Miss Joette. How you feeling, queen? Peace and blessings to you. Zoomverse, what's good with it, bro? How you feeling? Good to see you in the building. Appreciate my bro always sharing the lives, you know, making sure there's good content get out there to the people. Cosmic Landell William Old School, what's good, family? How y'all feeling? Another week of boxing bills, y'all. It's fight week. It's fight week. Today it's fight week. I know y'all excited for this $1 million pay-per-view buys that Dev say he expected to do. No, y'all can't wait to see that, you know. You already know, my guy. Appreciate you, John Wick in the building. What's good with y'all, man? How y'all feeling, man? This weekend we got to see some fights, you know. Some of what happened in this past weekend spilled over to now. And like I said, man, Jaron Ennis getting a lot of hate right now, and I wonder why, man. I think I know why, but we're gonna talk about it, man. Ryan Garcia is running rampant. This dude is going absolutely nuts right now, man. He can't keep his mouth closed to save his life, man. Ryan Garcia is a character, to say the least. He's a pretty funny dude, man. It's crazy how to hear him speak about Errol Spence the way he was speaking, man. I was like, man, I understand you being loyal, but you just got with Derrick James. Him and DJ been together for years on end. So I don't know how, you know, I don't know why he got this energy towards Errol Spence when Errol Spence welcomed him into the camp. You see, that's why you got to be careful who you take pictures with, man, you know? I'm gonna say this, bro. I'm going to say this, and I know you're a logical thinker, right, Joe? I'm going to just make sense of it this way. You know why nobody ain't beasting about Tim Tszyu and Sebastian Fundora numbers? Because even with Keith Thurman on the card, nobody thought it was going to do super good. But at the same token, neither Sebastian Fundora or Tim Tszyu is claiming to be the face of boxing either. You get what I'm saying? People gotta stop acting like these conversations come out of nowhere. When people start talking about a guy numbers, it's because he keep talking about him. He keep talking about what he gonna do. He keeps saying this fight right here is gonna make him a big draw. This is gonna make him the face of boxing. It's gonna do 1 million pay-per-view buys. He just be yapping, and I feel him. Listen, I feel him because I want to put it in perspective. Just because I don't agree with his sentiments or what his fight gonna do, don't mean I ain't supporting it, and don't mean I don't rock with him. I just don't gotta believe. I'm not mad at him for saying it, but I could highlight how I think he being unrealistic. He putting unnecessary pressure on himself. If he being real, let me put this out real quick, man. If he's being real with himself, bro, and this is just keeping it 100. If he being real with himself, he won't be saying that because he'd be very aware of what's going on with the ticket sales. Like, it's only so far you could fake it till you make it. You get what I'm saying? And in this situation, I said this before. He has more of a case based on the 31 fights and the body of work that he's provided us with. He has a better case to sell himself, brand, and market himself as one of the best pure boxers in the sport of boxing. But instead of doing that, and I get it from his standpoint, he like, man, sky's the limit. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing. I'm winning. I'm taking the fights nobody is taking. I understand it from his point of view, but I also understand people that's looking at him like, with the side eye, like, bro, you get what I'm saying? So instead of selling yourself as the face of boxing because you have less of a body of work to back those claims up, but you know what you do have more of a body of work to back up the claims, that you are one of the absolute best young pure boxers the sport has to offer, and you're one of the most accomplished. You get what I'm saying? You got to feel me on this. You got to remove the your fanship for a second and tell me I ain't making sense to you. Instead of marketing yourself as the face of boxing when nobody believes that shit but you and your fan base, you need to market yourself on something that's more of a reality, more of your reality, more of something that you can prove. And like I said before, y'all make the wrong arguments for that man. He can market and build and sell himself as one of the absolute best young, skilled, pure boxers that the sport has to offer. And nobody, you will be able to argue it, but you will have way less of an argument if he's telling you, hey man, I'm one of the best pure boxers out here. You get what I'm saying? Shit like that. My jab is this, my straight right hand is that. That shit is more realistic. People can gravitate to that because when they go look at the body of work that Devin Haney, the fighter, provided, they gonna see, hey man, this dude usually win his fights very comfortably. 12 zipping, he just 12 zip Regis. You telling me he can't sell himself as one of the best pure boxers? He just 12 zip Regis. But no, instead of doing that, you want to talk about Tank Davis and how he running from him and how you offer Shakur all this money and you rather push bull than the reality. The reality is you're one of the most accomplished young fighters and best young fighters doing it right now. Nobody could take that from you. Nobody can take it from you. You get what I'm saying? Nobody can take that from you. But again, I'm just and it's not, yeah, he can say what he want. Nobody's telling him what to say. You having the wrong conversation. Whenever you put something out there into the air, into the public, you're going to have people that critique it. You will have people that support it. They on board with it. And you're going to have some people that's going to put up some resistance. So what I'm saying is I'm speaking for the people that you're not selling us that you're the face of boxing, especially when tickets is struggling to sell. You get what I'm saying? You making yourself look unrealistic to some people. But for me, because I'm just due and I get it, he's supposed to speak life into his career, his situation, and all that. If he want to set the bar high, by all means, he's entitled to do that. But what, you know, that's going to come with some criticism. It's going to be some people that's going to question that, like, bro, how you claiming you the face of boxing and you fighting a guy that's already been knocked out by Tank, who was actually looked at as one of the faces of boxing? It's just a bad position to try to argue that, yo. Again, I'm more of a Devin Haney supporter than most of his fans. Why? I support his fights. I buy him. And on top of that, I make a better case than what a lot of y'all make for that man. Y'all want to, yeah, he is the face of boxing. Yeah. Nah, no, he not. But what he is one of the best boxers that we got to offer to the sport. And ain't nobody proved him wrong yet. Through 31 tries, they all failed. And he been kicking ass. That's what should be selling, bro. That's what should be selling. You guaranteeing KOs, but you're not delivering. You guaranteeing face of boxing, but your numbers not delivering. I'm not knocking him for speaking his what he feel like is his truth or reality, but I'm also telling you, everybody ain't going for that. Everybody ain't gonna be as easy going as Just Do. A lot of people gonna have a lot of criticism for the man. That's all. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? Tay, what's good with it, fam? How you feeling? BJ33 in the building. Remo, my guy. Let's Talk Fashion. JBT family is in the building. Why is there this fake illusion that Dev takes fights that no one wants? It's a lot of which fights. Loma, T.O.B. Loma way better than Dev. I'm just saying, man. Whatchamacallit, what's good with the family? How you feeling, bro? MD Dog didn't give Dev his Just Do. It was the Tank and Dev show. Damn, Wallo came right out and said he the face. That's what makes you the face of boxing. I think John Wick, I think the people anoint you the face of boxing respectfully. I don't think one individual fighter or even his whole entire fan base could anoint one guy the face of boxing. I think when it started getting said about Tank, he accepted the title and started running with it. You know, he consistently have big numbers and good turnouts and record-breaking numbers and sellout events that lets you know that undeniably he is one of the faces of boxing. I don't think there's any one face of boxing, John Wick, But I think when you're looking at it from a, you got the heavyweights, you got the Anthony Joshuas and the Wilders of the world. You got people like Canelo, and then you got Tank. You get what I'm trying to say? Then you got Tank. So it's like he representing, make no mistake about it, for the smaller guys. So I think he got a number of things that make him one of the faces. The fact that people genuinely tune in to watch him fight. You know what I mean? Despite whoever you put him in the ring with, his numbers are doing something that you could really be proud of and say he's moving the needle. And some would say Tank is the needle. You get what I'm saying? So it's a number of different factors in my opinion, but there's no one, ultimate face of boxing. You get what I'm saying? I understand how people say it, but I'm very consistent with that. I think Tank is one of the faces because he's shown you that he's a big deal regardless of who he in there with. His fights are not fights, they're events. You get what I'm saying? People want to be a part of that, it's people that don't even really watch boxing, but they watch Tank, if that makes sense. You got people that genuinely want to see him lose, people that genuinely want to see him win, people that just want to be a part of the event. You get what I'm saying? Want to be seen, want to bump, you know what I mean? Rub shoulders with the who's. Like, it's a number of different things that make a better case, is what I'm saying, John Wick, for Tank being the face of boxing, as opposed to a guy that, respect to him, man, and everything he's doing, that's having issues selling the tickets. You get what I'm saying? And let me go this far. His ticket sales are not a reflection of Devin Haney doing anything wrong. Y'all diehard fans of his, gotta wake up. That shit he ain't doing nothing wrong. He got in the gym. He's training every time the camera come on. He talking his shit. He in shape. He putting in dog work. He ain't doing nothing wrong to kill the fight. But he got a bad dance partner in terms of, I think he got sort of a sour apple with Ryan. He got the wild card version of Ryan, that he went from helping the fight to ruining the fight. So it's a lot that he up against. That's not a reflection of Devin Haney not being able to sell, in my opinion. I just don't think that. I don't. I think he got some people that genuinely want to see him win too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. LK was good with it, man. Salute to the LDBC, man. But and I know that Haney's their guy, but I rock with Haney. He's my guy, but just not to the point where I'm willing to lie. You know what I'm saying? Mike, my bro, what's good with it, family? How you feeling? Appreciate you pulling up. As always, my guy Johnny Allison was good with it. I think, and y'all just, I hope y'all got my spill. Ashley's Corner was good, cuzzo. How you feeling? A1 Hoop Zone was good with it, bro. Dante's Boxing Talk, my guy in the building. Just hope Tank sent him that offer. Him and Frank, right? I want to see him all, bro. What no man scrimp yet? Just do is all coming. Rude exposure was good, fam. Bash Haney, nah. We over here, Haney get his just due, but we don't help push things that we don't feel like are true. Notice you got to listen very clearly when you come over here, because a lot of criticism is deemed as hate, when in reality it's just me talking about what's out there and what I believe. Like, it's easy to. Just a reflection. What's good with the family? How you feeling, bro? Good to see you in the building. Appreciate you stopping through and be listening, man. Gotta get these kids, man. Appreciate you, A1, as always, my guy. Battle of the faces, right? Dad wasn't even talking about their faces boxing. So Tank said nobody I've seen besides Dev and B Diddy saying that he the face. That's what I'm saying. And a couple of his fans. And then listen, I want to be clear. Y'all gotta hear me. Don't come here thinking it's some hate. You not gonna get me to lie for him. Like, you would be a fool if you think I'm about to lie for him. I said this before, and I challenge anybody in here to tell me I ain't making sense to you. Instead of selling your face, because I got to say this again, instead of selling yourself as the face of boxing, when you know you don't have the numbers and the drawing power and things to back up that claim, you can sell yourself as one of the best pure boxers that boxing has to offer. I'm going to keep saying it because his fans seem to not understand that. Instead of selling yourself off something that you can't really prove, you can focus on something that you can prove. And like I said, people will have a harder time disproving that you are one of the best, pure talented boxers that the sport has to offer. You one of the most disciplined and youngest accomplished boxers that boxing has to offer. That shit is real. Fans will be able to gravitate to that because if they follow in the career of Devin Haney, they would know he not talking rubbish, as the UK people call it. You can't just get in front of a camera and a microphone and sell people bullshit. Nobody's buying that. But I'm telling you right now, the real ones buy what I'm selling when it comes to Devin Haney more than what y'all selling. Y'all selling the wrong shit. I keep telling y'all. It's almost like y'all not watching the fighter that he is and appreciating what what he really brings to boxing, you want to create this illusion that he brings something that he don't. And that's okay, because at the end of the day, everybody can be some mega star, some box office star. But what you can be is be the best version of yourself each and every time you get in the ring and continue to win. And last time I checked, Devin Haney is doing just that. He continues to win. The last time I seen him in the ring, I was thoroughly impressed. I was entertained. I wasn't bored. He pitched a flawless victory, a 12-zip shutout. Y'all need to focus on shit that you can actually prove, man. Stop talking this make-believe. Everybody can't be no face. That shouldn't even be your focus. Your focus should be continuing to beat ass, because 31 times thus far, you proven yourself to be the better guy each and every time. That's what you focus on, not this fake shit. You know what I'm saying? Jay Grant was good with it. You know what? Look, AJ Grant, I'm so real. I can acknowledge what Jake Paul brings to boxing. He brings a different element. A lot of people don't appreciate it, but he brings something different. Brings something that, you know, is obviously beneficial to other fighters outside of himself. So I understand with a guy like him not having a crazy amateur background, no amateur background, and just jumped in the sport of the boxing head first. I don't expect him to be fighting no killers. I don't care what he's selling. I know what he's doing over there. He's running that bag up. It's clear as day. But why I don't have a problem with Jake Paul running the bag up is because he's giving other people opportunities and making sure other people get paid. So I ain't mad at what he's doing. Keep doing it. As long as you keep getting other people paid, I ain't mad. So he unlocked, you know, maybe another door in the sport of boxing, Jake Paul. He's showing you it's a different way that you can do it. So you just got to give him credit too. I'm not here to take credit from nobody, but I'm not here to push make-believe shit and bullshit. Behind the Hands TV, my bro, what's good with? I don't care what anybody say. The face of boxing is everlasting. who don't got some everlasting apparel behind the hands in the last 3 years? ESG was on pay-per-view main card 4 times, more than anybody. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Look, EJ, that's why I say Johnny, it's no one undeniable face, but I think when you ask about what makes Tank that, I think he has the obvious, you know, support of the people. You know, you will have less people arguing that he's not versus, you know, people that will argue that Devin Haney is. Get what I'm trying to say? So that's all I'm saying. And y'all think every conversation is to take away from, you know, Ashley's corner. What's good, Cuzzo? How you feeling? Yeah, it's not about it's not an effort to take away from anything these dudes is accomplishing, but I can't help people push things that are the farthest thing from reality instead of focusing on things that are actually true. And you get what I'm saying? And just focusing on that, letting it be what it is. Haney fans said there, keep Boots' name out of his mouth unless he want that fight. Yeah. Hey, look. So we're going to get to the $1 million worth of game, because I called it $1 million worth of lie, man, because I was hearing some lies, man. I wasn't liking the lies that I was hearing, but I was poking a little fun at that, man. I'm going to play some. I'm going to play some of this $1 million worth of game. We're going to listen to it. We're going to break it down how we always do. 10K is a struggle. It's tough, right? It's tough, right, bro? Because listen, Joe, when I told you a certain somebody was selling 10K for the last 3 fights in a row, you downplayed it. You downplayed it. When I told you a certain somebody ain't fighting on pay-per-view and he's fighting at home and he's selling well over 10,000 tickets, if you take your phone right now and look it up, you will see that what I'm saying to you is exactly true. You wasn't giving that no credit. So am I going to say 10K is a struggle? No. But the fight as a whole is struggling. You get what I'm saying? I don't know why feel like that's something that you got to come to the aid of Devin Haney. That it's not just him. It's Ryan Garcia. You see how erratic he been? I'm pretty sure he's giving people more than enough reasons to question buying that fight. Devin Haney has been the ultimate professional in the build up to this fight. He's talked his shit when he needed to talk his shit. You get what I'm saying? He's putting in dog work. He released training videos showing you that he's not playing. He sound confident as ever. He putting in the work. You get what I'm trying to say? Y'all looking at this all wrong. This is not a reflection of him not being that guy. Somebody has to whoop his ass inside the ring for him not to be that guy. Last time I checked, he 12-zip somebody. Y'all thinking about the wrong shit. I'm not trying to make no. Who cares what it sells? As long as you buy your ticket, who gives a damn? And as long as he go in there and continue to do what Devin Haney do, and that's win. Y'all missing the picture. All that other shit don't matter. Public perception, face of boxing, everybody can be that. But what you can be is keep being Devin Haney. keep being at the top of your game, because being at the top of your game has you at 31-0, a 2-division champion, and on your way to beating somebody else on pay-per-view. Y'all worry about the wrong shit. Worry about the stuff that he actually can control, the action inside the ring. Who cares? He can't make people go out there and buy tickets when you got a guy as unreliable and erratic as Ryan Garcia. We real fight fans. Like, people could say, but Devin Haney ain't selling it to fight. Well, he ain't ruining the fight either. And it all depends on what you call selling it. Like, for me, I'm a real hardcore, so I appreciate him just being that professional guy that he is. He's not an overly big talker, so he ain't going out of his element to try to sell the fight. But he letting you know, look, I'm in shape, I'm focused, I'm beating this dude ass. Better yet, I'm knocking this dude out. You get what I'm saying? So it all depends on how you look at it. Rule Exposure, what's good with it, bro? Countdown 6 days. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, man. It's Latoya Top Dog, LaMarcus, my guy. What's good with it? Hardcore Casuals in the building. What's good? Mike Rhyme in the building. What's good, family? Salute to my guy Mike May in the Cash App, always supporting the grind as well. Salute to you, bro. Getting it started. Much
and
love,
we ain't never
guy.
got a box again. Well,
right.
well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Salute to my guy Mike, man. Appreciate you. Cornelius, what's good with it, bro? How you feeling? Toya Top Dog was happening with it. My guy LaMarcus. HLD was good with it, fam. He said that Haney's exaggerated cap and create fake narratives is a major turnoff to most who know better. Hey, bro, HLD, that's true. That's all I'm saying. Like, we're not people like you. We're not making this up. They're creating narratives that don't need to be there instead of focusing on the things that you can really prove by pointing to the man's body of work and showing how he's able to go out there each and every time and get the job done. I don't hear nobody talking none of this real shit. They rather really put up arguments that he's the face of boxing when everybody know that this fight ain't doing the best. You get what I'm saying? Instead of saying, hey, man, the hell with that face of boxing. I'm buying his ticket. I support him. I'm rocking with him. He beating ass. And that's why I'm going to keep supporting him. You get what I'm saying? People be making, I keep saying they make the wrong arguments all the time, bro. He said, now forget Shakur and Tank fight. Let's get the Boots fight. That was giant better boxing. So he says, yeah, that was cute. I like that. You get what I'm saying, Cuzzo? You know what I mean? The Rise podcast saying you're in the building. My God, what's good with it, bro? You know, just in your own lane in the sport. Make us believe it's the way to go. I'm telling you, Cuzzo, that dude has far too much. I'm going to say this for all you Devin Haney, like, diehards, like, that's your guy. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm rocking with him 1,000,000%. I'm going to say this to all of y'all. He's the man in his own right until somebody prove him otherwise, bro. You get what I'm saying? Like, show us. Says you're not just in your own lane in the sport. That's what I'm saying. Make us believe it's a way to go. The way to go is off what you can prove, not things that you just think about yourself. Cash Crypto, what's good with it, bro? How you feeling? Man, you make way too much sense for these fanboys. I'm telling you, hey, bro, this one of y'all don't even understand. Y'all got one of the best skilled young fighters in boxing, but y'all rather make dead end arguments instead of ones that people really will have a tough time arguing against. And then that would allow you to understand who the actual haters are and who the supporters are, bro. It's different with me. I'm different, bro. I'm going to keep supporting them and rocking with them. But like I said, I'm not going to push some shit that's not a reality just because y'all wanted to be that. That's weird, man. That's weird. Like, push real shit, man. That man is at the top of his game, bro. You get what I'm saying? At the top of his game. Got one of the best relationships when it comes to father-son. They're completely at the top of the game when it comes to father-son relationships, bro. Did you hear what Dev just said about his pops? Man, he can't get mad at me. I can't get mad at him. Like, they locked in. They locked in. Yeah, it's a lot to appreciate. He bring a lot to the sport of boxing that you can sit back and appreciate. But instead of y'all focusing on that, you push things that are not a reality. Don't tell me that's not what I'm saying. I'm all around YouTube. I see this shit everywhere. Y'all don't spend enough time focusing on what's real about that dude, man, and y'all missing it. Thought some of y'all was real supporters because y'all missing just how good of a fighter he is. Because you pushing everything but the reality, man. Show me somebody that's beating his ass in the ring. It ain't even happened yet. Yeah, I get it. The Loma fight was close since then. He 12 zipped somebody. You get what I'm saying? Exactly, man. Just play your role, because your role is a damn good one, bro. What you bring to the table is great for the sport of boxing. I don't care about drawing power and selling tickets. That's a different conversation. Dre Nova was good with it, but at the end of the day, when you look at the things that he can't control, he's doing a very good job of that. They negotiate well. He gets paid very well. You get what I'm saying? Regardless of who he fight, he's getting paid. You know, they say this about Devin Haney. They do good business. People say they're good to work with, him and his pops. Like, it's a lot of shit that they bring that's good to the table. The dude is, like I said, the ultimate professional. You get what I'm saying? Regardless of people, we poke jokes about the rehydration and weight like that. But at the end of the day, that man is one of the more disciplined fighters, or most, that you got in the sport. You get what I'm saying? It's a lot to like about him, but y'all don't spend enough time highlighting that because y'all in fantasy land and y'all want to create narratives and things that just don't fit. You get what I'm saying? You want to add pieces to the puzzle that just don't fit. And I'm telling you, you're going to keep falling on your face every time. It's hard to sell yourself as being some face, and your fights are struggling to sell. But it wouldn't be hard to sell yourself as one of the best young elite, you know, accomplished talents in the sport of boxing. Nobody could take that shit from you. You get what I'm saying? Nobody could be up here like, nah, that ain't true. Nah, he wasn't undisputed at 135. Nah, he ain't beat Loma in a close fight. Nobody could tell you lying when you start talking that shit. The hell with them numbers, bro. You can't control who buy your tickets, but you can control how you beat ass every time you step in the ring. 31 times I've seen him do it. So again, I'm speaking to the people that don't highlight what's really going on with that dude. That's good, man. You got a lot to bring to the table that in terms of a boxer and just keeping your nose clean, staying out of trouble. It's a lot of different shit you can sell that he bring to the table other than these fantasies, because some people are just super fans of a fighter. That's crazy. Dean, by any means, my guy, what's good with it? Ryan, yeah, Ryan been tripping. We're going to get to his ass, too. I got to get to Ryan. He been tripping. William Old School, my guy. They go, bro, they just love pushing. Now we can't let them do it. Now when we over here, and notice, Zoom, I have all this energy. I'll have, you know, I'll be passionate about what I'm talking about. But I want somebody to point out the one time that I've shitted on any fighter. I want to point it out. Point it out. It ain't about if you agree or disagree with everything I'm saying. Point out the one time that I'm taking shots at the fighter and tearing them down. My message is very consistent, bro. Very, very. You know what I'm saying? Because he's supposed to do these numbers and say, I believe he said, because who he fight and the level of his op. I would give him that, John Wick. I would give him that. But I would also have to say, outside of respect to him and everything he's accomplished, outside of Lomachenko, like, I don't really see nobody on that resume that, like, you get what I'm saying, that you can really make it seem like nobody has ever fought. Like, it's tough. It's tough. Like, but I believe, bro, that he's at 140 where he fights the Teofimos, the Subriels of the world. Bro, you got the Gary Antoine Russells. You start beating up them dudes at 140, again, undeniably, you will be looked at as one of the best elite talents in the sport of boxing. Guaranteed. You start beating, you start making a run for undisputed for real after this fight, and start chasing down them other champions for real that people seem like they don't want to fight. Then you can make more of the case that you're fighting guys that nobody is fighting. But outside of Loma, I can't really make that argument. That's just my opinion. I see Lomachenko. I see other challenges. Don't get me wrong. Everybody wants just some pushover and walking apart for him, right? He beat ass, right? But namesake, Lomachenko was the only true 50-50 fight. Get what I'm saying? So I can't over credit you for fights that we knew you were going to win. That fight was a toss-up, and you see how close it was. I picked him to beat Regis, and everybody else he fought, I even picked him to beat Loma. So that's when you start saying things like your level of competition is like, is he really fighting people that's night and day above all these other guys? I don't really think so. You know what I'm saying? Boots got a dev jab. Nah, that jab won't work. That jab ain't gonna work. Y'all could fantasy land if y'all want. If y'all think he could beat Boots Ennis right now, salute to you, bro. Much love to you. I don't see it. Santel, what's good with the fan in the face of boxing, asking people to buy tickets on Twitter. That's all I'm saying, bro. And I don't want to turn this into like I would never slander him, but I'm just calling it what it is. You know what I mean? Melanie Clean, peace and blessings. How you feeling today? They're worried about Boots now because Dev loves. Yeah, man. Yeah, he can't. That Boots smoke gonna have to wait, bro. Just keep doing what you doing. Keep being great. Like I said, if anybody got that anything I've said since the 30 minutes that we've been on here is hate, you clearly not listening. I'm definitely giving the man his credit for things that you can actually substantiate in an argument based on the body of work that he's provided in the 31 fights. Again, like that, you can prove that shit because you can't take none of them wins from him. None of them. I don't care what you thought about the fights. You get what I'm saying? You can't take the fact that he was undisputed at 135 and gave Loma a shot and beat him and went up to 140, dethroned Regis and took his belt. You can't take none of that from him. So again, man, I highlight this shit that's real about this dude because I'm able to see what he actually brings to the table. I know what he would like to bring. I know he would like to be that guy, the biggest ticket seller or the million pay-per-view buys guy. That's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with him. Set the bar as high as you want, bro. Aim for the stars. Hopefully you hit the moon. However it go. You get what I'm saying? I'm cool with that. But that don't mean when I'm speaking on it, I gotta agree with that. That's just not a reality, but I'm not mad at him for it either. He's not wrong for saying how he feel at all, man. He still got my support. Ain't shit changing. Chocolate dip. What's good with it? How you feeling? You can tell fans with a delusion that the truth is way better than the lie. Sometimes it's easy to keep going down that rabbit hole. I'm telling you, they love that rabbit hole, bro. Talib, what's good with it, family? Carolina and this bitch, what's good with it, bro? Nah, if you hearing the narrative, then you just don't know what the truth is and you ain't paying attention. Because I don't do narratives, bro. I do the truth. A narrative is not just when I don't agree with what he's saying, so that's a narrative. Nah, tell me what I'm saying that's not a reality. Tell me what I'm saying that's not a reality. I just highlighted a lot of what makes this guy a top guy, and you still missed it. Because I ain't praising him and putting the crown on his head. B.O.B. Bob, what's good with it? Salute to you, bro. Macho, what's good, my guy? How you feeling? We talking about our own reality. What about his reality and what he believes? He believes certain things. I let the young man do him. Now, I know John Wick. You just heard me say ain't nothing wrong with him setting the bar high. I don't have a problem with him. But you have to understand, John Wick, people are going to look at it like, I can look at it like he's setting the bar high, and I see it for what it is. But other people going to be like, yo, he talking bull. And you gotta highlight that. No matter how he sees it for himself, it's nothing wrong with him wanting that for himself, but it's something wrong with you or him expecting everybody to believe that that's the way it is, and it's not. GM was good with it, my guy. Fighting on a Thursday ain't a struggle, bro. You just don't understand it. They game plan, bro. You know what I mean? You just don't understand it. Knight Rider was good with it. Just need to focus on what they are instead of trying to be something they are not. See, you get what I'm saying? You got where I'm getting at. You get the point of why I'm having this conversation. Don't tell me I'm saying anything wrong. I ain't said nothing bad about him. I ain't discredited nothing he's done. I'm just highlighting the reality, bro. I'm not drinking Kool-Aid, bro. I drink my own Kool-Aid. I make Kool-Aid for myself. I don't need nobody else to fix it for me. And the ball was good with it, bro. He said you watch them Tijuana fights too. Thrill Hill in the building was good with it. I'm telling you, cuzzo. Now y'all want Boots. He should want Boots. He should want Boots. Shit, he should want Boots. You talking about you call out Barrios, why not Boots? Barrios said they was the front runners for taking a Boots fight. That just lets me know that people are hesitant with that matchup. You get what I'm saying? He should want Boots. He already talking about exploring possibilities of being up at 147. He threw his name in the hat the minute he mentioned a 47-pounder. Once you mention one, all of them are on deck. Trying to protect his I don't know how you got that from what I'm saying, bro. How do you get what I'm saying is him trying to protect his and I'm highlighting why this dude is a top guy. I don't get it. I never protect his that's not the right word. Like, I don't believe you go after Loma if you're trying to protect your I don't believe Loma is the guy to handpick or try to chase down if you really don't want that smoke, right? I think he's taking risks in his career. So it's far past protecting he's a businessman. He got a career. He move a certain way. He take challenges. You can't say that he hasn't tested himself and challenged himself in his career. But you can't also say, you can also say that I think it's fair to say his toughest challenges are still out there for him. It's still ahead of him. So it's not about protecting it. Oh, these dudes got plans and they move accordingly. For example, if you don't believe they got plans, then he tell you what his plans was when he said he was going to beat Loma at 135, go to 140, become a champion. That's plans, right? That he really released what his plans was. So it's not really, for me, my focus ain't trying to make an argument that he's trying to protect this. Oh, that's a lame ass argument. All those dudes do that to an extent. The promoters and things do that to an extent. They protect the investment. You get what I'm saying? Matchmakers are in place for a reason. List of different things that would indicate that somebody protects their at some point. But I'm not saying that's what he doing. You get what I'm saying? I don't really look at it like that. Don't mess with Texas in the building. What's good with it, Sante? How you feeling, bro? Said not never. Ryan Mark. 16 times you seen him do it. It's just those 15 in Tijuana that nobody seen. That's all. You know, that's all. Never, not. His Zoom stupid, bro. You fool. Ryan married to a porn star and he loving it too. That man's been favored in every fight he's been in. That's all I'm saying, Asante. That's not us hating. If it's the truth, it's not hating. And that's the same for a lot of other fighters too. That a lot of these guys haven't gotten to the place where they're entertaining a slew of 50-50 matchups, if we're being honest. He has one with Loma. I think that was his only true 50-50 matchup. That doesn't mean that he hasn't fought anybody. I'll never make that corny argument. That's another corny argument. He's put his work in, bro. And he's worked himself to a point where he's a 2-division champion. He's very young, very accomplished, undefeated, still at the top of his game. Like, people just don't get it. They don't know a true supporter when they hear one because people too used to listening to what fanboys do. You know what I mean? I can't crown you on things that are not a reality in my mind. You get what I'm saying? But I can damn sure give you a just due 3 times over for the work that you had put in. And I'm going to just keep doing that. And movement to 147. Don't believe his lies. He moved to 147. Everybody going to want that Boots fight. Whatchamacallit? He said, can we say it's not Dev H, but his helicopter parents, same as the other. I get it. Read 215 Philly was good with it. Shakur never been in 50. True. I don't think so either. Philly, I don't think so either. A true 50-50, somebody that I really think is equivalent to his skill set. I don't think so. Philly. So you talking to a real one, bro. You talking to a real one. I know super fanboy. I'm like, nah, but he fought. Nah, I agree 1,000,000%. He ain't had that 50-50 affair yet. And De Los Santos wasn't it. That's still not it to me, because I feel like he lacks in areas clearly that would stop that from being a 50-50 fight. Now, some will argue that it is. It all depends on who you talk to. But for me, for my money, I would say I agree with you that 50-50 fight he has yet to be in that 50-50 type of affair just yet. You get what I'm saying? And the reason for that with a lot of these guys is that speaks to the level of talent that they haven't been in there with a guy that can be considered their equal. That goes for the Devins, the Tanks, the Shakurs. That's all of them. You get what I'm saying? So, but I'll give Dev. I feel like Loma was like a 50-50 type fight for me. And that's how it played out. It was a close fight. Skill-wise, like they were on each other level. Like, you don't look at that as either guy having some major advantage other than Dev being just a bigger guy. But who ain't bigger than Loma at 35, right? So, Serena Taylor in the building. Much love to you. Peace to you. Shakur fighting. What's that? Y'all don't like that, boy. Y'all be mad at the young boy. What you mean? Just do the water walk and give it to folks the fights they like. And that if that's his truth, who am I to tell him what his truth is? But don't tell me what my truth got to be what his is, or I'm talking crazy or hating. Nah, bro, I just see what it is. You can't say you're taking challenges that nobody else is taking and you fighting Ryan. Anybody with just common sense, he's talking fighter shit. I get it. You talk your shit, young boy. Talk your shit into somebody. If somebody mad at what you say, shut you up in the ring. I ain't mad at what he's saying, but I'm mad at people that expect me to believe everything he's saying. I can separate. I get it's fighter talk. It's confidence. Listen, build myself up. Listen, I'm a speak victory over my career every time I'm up at bat. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with it, bro. But it's something wrong with people asking me to validate things that are not true, just so you can feel good and feel like I really support them. Because I support them, but I don't support lies, and that go for any boxer. Bro just said, feel like Shakur had a 50-50 fight. Them dudes ain't on his level, so no, he ain't had his 50-50 fight yet. You dig what I'm saying? No, he hasn't, because I don't think nobody he's been in there with is equal to his skill and talent level. I don't think he's faced a generational talent yet in 21 fights. That's why. So that's a true statement in my opinion. Some will still say it's an opinion, but it's one that Just Do is going to support 100%. He has yet to face his most difficult fight yet. It ain't going to be no damn Edwin De Los Santos. I don't care how close people thought that fight was. I know what I seen. I ain't got to rehash it, but he'll get there. All of these dudes' toughest challenges are yet to come. Melanin Queen, peace and blessings to you. Yes, tell them, man. Y'all make sure y'all smash the like button too. Sub to the channel if you haven't. Naeem, what's good with it, fam? J Tassie in the building. Kyle Coolett, my guy. How you feeling? Salute to the family. B-Dog, my guy. What's good with it, bro? That fighter beat Boots Ennis. He passed the eye, but he still hasn't stepped up to real comp. That's the problem is, Johnny. All right, now listen, right, bro? That's one side of it, right? That's one side of it, right? The other side of it, do you ask yourself as a fight fan, like, even though that might be the case, he ain't faced this quote unquote real comp. And I'll start off by saying, just like me and my brother behind the hands always talk about, resumes don't win fights. That's number one. And on top of that, do you ever ask yourself as a fight fan, why hasn't Boots Ennis faced this top tier talent? Like I know you've been following his career. I know you're privy to the same information that we are. And I'm pretty sure you understand full well that people been turning him down left and right. Look, Cody Crowley is literally in a situation over there where he may or may not fight this dude because he might turn it down like he did in the past. You get what I'm saying? So when you look at Boots Ennis, do you actually, you could highlight who he hasn't fought or the level of competition he been in there with, but you also got to say he's beating these guys more convincingly than they've ever been beating their career. So it's not even close. He's not having no struggle fest. He's mopping dudes, beating dudes ass outside of the Karen fight, which was an anomaly with a guy that didn't come to fight. He's smashing shit and he always giving you your money's worth. You can't bring up who he's not fought without bringing up the fact that dudes don't want to fight him. This man got a title and still seem like he got to beg for opportunities. Dudes are still trying to call him high risk, low reward, and he got a title. I'm not trying to hear that. You get what I'm saying? So all things was good with the family. So again, we can say, what he missing, Lonnie Lee, my guy, JBT family, was good with it, bro. You can say all day who he hasn't fought. John, was good with it, bro. But you got to be real with yourself and look at the full picture. Who is he turning down? Who is he trying not to fight? The dude has been adamant about fighting the absolute top dogs. You get what I'm saying? To your knowledge, I'm pretty sure in mine, he ain't turning down contracts and offers to fight nobody that's top competition. He calling out the top guys, but even the less than top guys and some of the top guys ain't trying to get in there with him. Much respect to Terrence Crawford. Like I said, don't sell me that Terrence Crawford will be ducking the Boots. But at the same token, you hear what he's saying, bro, where that money at? Get what I'm saying? He understand the challenge that come with Boots Ennis, but he like at the same token, y'all want me to fight him where that money at? So that's the kind of situation Boots is in. You know what I'm saying? He in a sticky situation where it's tough for him to get fights, bro. Oh yeah, man. They got to stop that line, man. Haney's fans called the Barrios fight a legendary fight. Man, if it wasn't legendary for Tank jumping up a weight class, Cornelius, bro, Tank literally jumped up a weight class. You know what I mean? I think it was 2 at that to fight this dude, and they shitted on it. There's no way after a Tank Davis knockout or Keith Thurman beat down that all of a sudden that's just a legendary fight for nobody. See, that's the stuff that I'll put up pushback against. That's not a legendary fight, and you talking crazy, talking bananas, bro. It's not a legendary fight. It's so real. Fighting Boots wouldn't even be a legendary fight if that make people feel better. That wouldn't even be a legendary fight. How? Legendary, how would it be a great? Well, I don't even know. Just leave Boots alone, bro. But that's not a legendary fight. Barrios and Devin Haney is not a legendary fight. Tank and Barrios wasn't a legendary fight. It was a good fight, and I understood the challenge that it was for Tank, so I appreciated the fight, and I respect Devin for getting in there with Barrios too. Barrios ain't just no walk in the park, right? But I would favor Devin in that matchup, and I'm pretty sure that's why he called his name, because they favor him in that matchup. You know what I'm saying? They mentioned Thurman and Barrios, but Boots somehow is taboo to Haney. That's what I'm saying. Hardcore. That's what I'm saying. See Irvin the Wiz in the building. How you feeling, family? 23 in the building. He said my boy said he had more money for Shakur than he made his entire career. That is a lie, bro. That is a lie. Where my bro behind the hands at, man? Brody, you still in here? Divine, what's good with it, my guy? Yeah, y'all smash the like button, sub to the channel. If you're rocking with your boy, keep hitting that like button. Freestyle Media Sports, what's good with it, family? JBT family. In the build, don't matter what Dev do. And just going, nah. But you can't say C. Dre Grant, since you came in here, you got to be honest, right? Because I know you be everywhere and I rock with you. I know you got to be honest enough to say that nothing that I've said is shitting on him. Nothing at all. I've literally bigged him up for the things that he do well and highlighted what he do well. I didn't create no scenario where he's less than, you get what I'm saying, what he actually is. I'm just saying, you don't, that face of boxing stuff, that's a stretch, but I understand his ambition to talk of himself that way. You understand what I'm saying? I don't have a bad thing to say about it, but I do have an issue with people making it seem like if you make a case for why he has less evidence to back up the fact that he will be one of these faces. You get what I'm saying? Like, if people get mad at that, that's the reality, bro. He's not that, but he don't got to be that, because it's a lot of things that he is. Before you even try to get to what he is not, it's so much that he brings to the game that you could appreciate if you're a real boxing fan. You don't have to create false narratives. That's for insecure fight fans and fanboys of a fighter. Create false narratives. Let me push the narratives for my fighter because I like him. Even if I know this shit ain't true, I'm going to still push it. That's ignorant. You know what I'm saying? I can't do it. That's all I be saying, bro. Salute to my guy, man. EJ says Shakur need that De La Santo smoke or he remains a hotel then. Oh, my God. God damn. Man, that's where we at in boxing, bro. That's where we at in boxing, bro. So I hate to even do it, but those type of comments right there, bro. First of all, let me start off by saying the fact that these dudes took on, out of all the stuff they could have done with their lives, they're professional boxers. That's number one. Nothing about being a professional boxer to just do says he's a hoe. Would a hoe, like as you put it, get in the ring with a guy where he was sick for about a week or two at training camp, throwing up in between sparring, and they asking him to stop it, and he telling them, hell no, I gotta get this money. With a hoe that's getting sent to multiple specialists because he got some injuries going on, definitely not 100% on top of the fact that he's sick. Would a hoe even found himself inside the ring, or would a hoe, and I don't even think he would have been a hoe for pulling out, but would a hoe had a still participated in that fight when pretty much probably everybody on your team, except for you, probably thought you shouldn't have been in there, and you went in there anyway and got a win on a bad night? Would a hoe do that? I mean, come on, man. Would a hoe go 11 rounds with one of the pound for pound best fighters in the world? You get what I'm saying? He probably every bit of 170, 175. Would a hoe do that? You get? I just don't know. I have a tough time. Like, I can't process what these young men do as them being hoes because they have competitive fights. When at the end of the day, this shit is boxing. It's boxing, bro. De Los Santos had a set of skills and things of his own that he was bringing to the table, right? So I just think it's a stretch to call that man a hoe if you really truly understand the circumstances that he was facing, and he even got in there. Frequent Flyer was good with it, bro. Freestyle Media Sports. Devin fought all gatekeepers. Fought some older guys. He did. He fought some older guys for sure. But the great thing about Devin Haney's fighting these older guys, the way I see it, is some people will just point out all they older guys, so they're not really threats. I'll say they're older guys, but they're experienced guys. And he was a very young fighter fighting some of these older guys, right? So I understood the season and the maturity, the experience that he was looking to get fighting these guys. The good thing for Devin Haney is with all of these quote unquote so-called older guys that he's fought, he's still only 25 years old. So he still has a nice chunk of his career ahead of him where he can potentially face all of these other guys as well. So he got the old guys out the way. Ryan is a young guy. Maybe he now moving in that direction of the younger guys. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? So it's more than one way to look at the older guys that he fought. You know, those guys like Linares had more knockouts, I think, at the time than he had fights. So you get it. So I understand the challenges in and of itself. Those are not the toughest guys out there. But again, look at the point where Devin Haney was in his career, a young guy, still coming up, very young, still trying to prove it. Like, I get the fights that he took so far. I get it. I don't have an issue with it. Just don't try to sell me that he's fighting all these guys that nobody else is fighting. That I don't believe, because I'm watching boxing and I can't just help you push lies. Savage Bo was good with it. Tank called Ron trash, so it matters. Nah, but again, Tank call shit. Tank call everybody trash, man. You know what I'm saying? Tank call everybody trash. My thing is, the difference is, bro, Tank is not asking for credit. He's taking it. Devin Haney, I mean, he wants the credit for fighting a guy, but you're discrediting him. C-level fighter, he trash, he ain't on my level, he don't belong here, he only a name, yada, yada, yada. Like, you just going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Salute to my guy, Daryl. Much love to you, Brody. You know what I mean? Much love, family. Salute to my bro, Cal Coolip in the Cash App, dropping a 20 in the Cash App, always supporting the grind. Salute to my brother, Cal Coolip.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, well, I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
What a real Devin Haney supporter sound like, but a realistic one. You ain't heard me say nothing about him that's negative. You ain't heard me tear him down. I don't do that over here. I'm gonna keep saying that to everybody in here. Get that. But in saying that, that doesn't mean that everything I say about him you're gonna agree 100%. But I want somebody in here to please tell me where I'm tearing him down and shitting on him. Says you just can't find it. I just don't. You get what I'm saying? I got a open eye when it comes to what I'm looking at. I feel like, you get what I'm saying? Big Dre, what's good with it, bro? How you feeling? And we can't tell that Boots is on another level. Not from what he said. He said, and that the thing is, man, the way he answered that Boots question just a little different. Boots getting ducked. Facts. You know what? EJ, salute to you, bro. I got a little clip for you that will echo them same sentiments. And I said the same thing. I can't tell what Boots Ennis need to do with his career, but I do feel like 54 kill some of the issues that he having with getting fights. Check this out right here, this clip.
Ron is going to outmatch just about everyone in at 147. I think he might, best thing he could do is move up to 154 and take his chances at some of these elite guys who have gone from 147 to 154. But even when you look at who's gone from 47 to 54, these guys are, most of these big name guys are at the end of their career. The timing just did not match who Jaron Ennis as a fighter, who he is as an athlete. And it really is unfortunate, because I think that with the kind of talent he has, I think he has everything that it takes to really just like burst out of the TV onto anybody's and be just imprinted on their minds in terms of who he is as a fighter, but he just won't have the dance partners to do it against, unfortunately.
Man, so first off, shout out to Sean Porter and Showbox. They got a dope show over there. They be cooking over there. They got a lot of interesting takes. And another reason I played that, other than bro mentioning 54, is because Sean Porter literally echoed a lot of sentiments that I already said about Boots. Going to 54, it seemed like he gonna have an issue getting dance partners at 47. Some of those guys from 47 that were top guys are now looking to be top guys at 54. We already know he got the frame, the power, the size, the skill to go up a weight class. You know, why not do it? But I feel like he got his eyes set on 47, and I can only thing I could do as a fight fan is support it. But I can also identify how difficult I think it may be for him to get the proper dance partner that he gonna get the right respect for. You get what I'm saying? Next gen was good with it. Karen was in survival mode. Hardcore boxing news, my brother JBT family. Appreciate you, Jay. Salute to my bro Jay in the Cash App. He said, for the grind. Much love and appreciation to you, bro.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Salute to you. Damn, just doesn't the Boots situation sound familiar? It do. Boots stop fighters in 2 rounds that Devin will go life and death with, win or lose. That's the thing that Devin probably didn't like take into account when he was giving his assessment on Boots. And his assessment is his assessment. I don't think he said nothing wrong. He said what he said and he meant what he said. But Boots just a whole different league from them guys that you fight, and simply because he's a lot bigger, stronger, just as athletic, more athletic than those guys, naturally more gifted than the guys that you've been fighting at 35. Even a Lomachenko, he would completely stomp him. So it'd be a totally different ball games. And none B-Dog, and he ain't win none, bro. Said Eddie has to come with that cheese. John, the BX, what's good with it, John? How you feeling, bro? He said Spencer Crawford stalled and dried up the division for Boots. Yeah, hopefully we get a new blood for new challenges to be made for him. Yeah, and you know what else I said too? HLD, I think it would have made sense too. You know what else? Like everything kind of went wrong for Boots, bro. Like the Spence and Crawford situation that you said, how long it took, and the fact that they both moving up and he's still staying put. Then on top of that, this is something that a lot of people don't mention too. I never thought in the first place, I don't know about y'all, I never thought Boots was going to fight Crawford or Spence at 47. I always said I think if he fights either of them, it's going to be at 54. With that being said, it was a certain somebody that was there that he was supposed to fight. You know what I mean? If everything went according to plan, and his health led him to going up a weight class, and Virgil Ortiz, to me, that was his Spence or Crawford for him, if you get what I'm saying. Virgil Ortiz was supposed to be Boots' big fight to me at 47, and you know his health just wasn't in the cards. J.A. Dixon, what's good with it, bro? Said the man in the building, what's good, fam? Said legendary and Barrios don't belong in the same sentence. Yeah, you can't do that. Can't do that. That's I try to call it both ways. You get what I'm saying? That's all, Jay Grant. Long as you know me as the creator, because I'm the voice that they hearing, just know I'm bigging this man up, yo. And a lot of people probably hate when I do that, but over here, all fighters get their just due. I ain't seen a reason yet in 31 fights not to give Devin his credit. I haven't seen it yet. And he handles business each and every time he's in the ring. I focus on that. I critique him more of what he does in the ring before I start talking about the dumb stuff outside the ring or any narratives. I focus on what he actually brings to the table. And that's a damn skilled, disciplined fighter that is not going to be easy for nobody to beat. That's all. And I ain't saying he can't be beat, just not going to be easy for nobody. TM was good with it. Used to respect that. That dude, the cap artist, like father, like son. I get it, man. Marquis was good with it. I just think he got high hopes for himself and his career. Dre Finest was good with it. How you feeling? Mr. M Pride in the building. I just think he got high hopes, high, expectations. I think he believed in himself 100%. That's the reason why I believe he talks the way he talks. I believe the same thing with his father. I think Bill talks the way he talks because he 100% believes the things that he say. Whether they sound crazy or not to us, I think he really believes them. And that's all that mattered to them. BN Boxing News, what's good, family? He said the fake injuries. Not when it's an MRI, bro. And not when you got an MRI out there, Joe. You know what I mean? The same way Keith Thurman showed you he was actually injured when people try to say he wasn't injured. Shakur got an actual MRI that's out there. You can't, nobody's going to lie about that. Salute to my guy, Crawford. How old? Crawford, I think, is 36. He'll be 37. And I think he'll be the danger. 36, about to be 37, I believe, y'all. So the old shit only comes up when it's convenient for. Nah, EJ. Look, bro, it all depends on who you talking to, right? If you're talking to a fair person like me, because I'm fair, even though boxing ain't fair, but I am, right? If you talking to me, I put it in perspective. I don't look at the older guys that he fought as a reason to take credit from him. Now, it depends on the conversation that you're trying to have. Although I understand the challenges that you took, the experience that you gained fighting these older guys, and the reason for some of these fights, I will believe, is simply to get experience and get your seasoning, right? I get it. But when you start saying things like, oh, I'm taking the challenges that nobody else is taking, I only have an issue with that statement because I don't believe that that's true. But I don't believe that, fighting guys that are older is all bad. Like sometimes them older dudes that kick a young boy ass sometimes, but Dev is just, fortunately for him, he ain't gone. He ain't one of them. So you're an older guy, you probably on your way out or at the tail end of your career. Don't expect to get no easy win on him because it ain't gonna happen. You know what I mean? A.B. Zane said, and he almost right. And it just got better. Salute to Marquis, man. Upper echelon, my guy. What's good with the family? How you feeling? They want to get paid to take that Ennis smoke. Man, I get it. I get it, because that's gonna be a tough fight, to tell the truth. Iz said to tell Haney clan. If you don't, you hating. Yeah, a lot of times they do that, Isaac. They do. But, I mean, he said he only fighter that took over New York. See, that's the stuff that people be talking about. I let that stuff slide because I get what he's doing, but because it's a lot of, you got to think about it, it's a lot of fans, he be playing to the casual a lot with that information that don't be solid. You know what I mean? Aisha, peace and blessings to the queen. How you feeling today? So I get it, man. I just ain't got to fall for it. Don, what's good with it, family? Ace, what's good with it? All love, bro. Have you seen Jaron Anderson versus Richard Torres gone? Man, I think that'd be a shootout. I think Jaron Anderson, I have to try to put him away because Richard Torres only know one way, Ace, is go forward, try to go through his opponent. And he wouldn't, I don't think he'll fight Jaron Anderson no different. So that'd be a shootout. That'd be a fight, a hell of a fight. Because he gonna make it one. And like I said, I only seen that dude fight one way. That show was good, cuz right. Well, DDP John, nobody Dawn sending father term she's an exaggerated. Y'all tell little Bill again. Bill, my guy, I like Bill, bro. I do. Dave Smithers in the building. What's good with it? How you feeling, bro? Salute to you, bro. All love. Salute to the UK. Salute to my guy, upper echelon. Y'all smash the like button. We ain't done. We just gonna keep cooking. We ain't even done yet. Jay said facts. You feel me? We ain't even done yet, y'all. We ain't even done. Hold on. I ain't finished yet. We gonna get to some of this. Everyone had at least one favorite at 147, and none of them cared to fight Boots. That tells me a lot. Yeah, he a real threat. He a real threat, Cuzzo, and that's just what it is. Salute to the queen, Aisha, coming in the Cash App early. Appreciate you as always.
And
queen.
we ain't never got a box again. Well, well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
I miss somebody. Where my baby girl last year in here somewhere. My bad. Yeah, I said Ryan going to sleep. We gonna talk about it. Salute to my baby girl, the queen, Miss Just Do. How you feeling, baby girl? Don't work too hard. Let me scroll to the bottom, y'all. I ain't even realize I'm way up here. Y'all smash the like button. We ain't done. Said Devin gonna leave Matchroom watch. Why you think you gonna leave? Up at Samuel was certain somebody over there on Matchroom. You think up, or you think they about to, you think all business with Matchroom about to cease? Because that bad boy from Philly is over there in Matchroom, man. That bad boy from Philly is over there. He's over there in Matchroom, man. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I know I want to see that fight. But we're going to play some of this, man. We're going to, because he said a lot, yo. He said a lot in this $1 million worth of game. I ain't going to hold y'all. I called it $1 million worth of lies. I'm just poking fun, though. Stir the pot a little bit. $1 million worth of lies or game, man. We're going to find out. We're going to find out that I'm leaving because Eddie going to serve his ass Boots. Eddie know he got one with Boots. He like, yeah, I got one. But all jokes aside, Eddie just got the #1 draft pick in Boots Ennis, bro. He got a #1 draft pick. Let's see what he do with it. Devin not signed a new one, he a free agent. Now the thing is, he be taking them couple fight deals, 2-3 fight deals, shit like that. So let's say I'm bullying the bullies. I bet he won't say the Boots. Wilder is back on. Yes, he is, bro. He back. Devin's gonna try to put someone to sleep. Might be me. Sheesh. Devin gonna put us all to sleep. Look, I think he's gonna be sharp on the 20th. I think he's gonna be sharp Saturday. What does 147 have to do 140? The only thing that I think that the reason that came up, John, is because people mentioned how he said something about fighting Barrios. So you can't say one is good to fight and the other one is not. You get what I'm saying? It don't make sense. Zena, what's good, family? How you feeling, bro? Reason I would good Devin to fight because his dad took it beyond promotion on personal business. Yeah, he over there in Matchroom with Eddie. He with Eddie. You know what I mean? Over there with Eddie doing business. Mr. Eddie, but let's get to this, y'all.
What was the importance of owning that? Like, because you started young, owning young.
If no fights happened, it wasn't because of us.
Right.
If y'all look at my career, I go from promoter to promoter, network to network to make the biggest fights happen and get paid the most.
Is you the only one in the game that own it? At your age?
Maybe Canelo, Anthony Joshua, the ones that's really knocking off the big money.
Right.
It's because they able to go to network and own this.
Right. So you ain't.
Yeah, I know I'm silly, bro. That outfit making me mad as hell, bro. Why is he dressed like a ghetto ass Mickey Mouse or something, bro? What the hell he got on his feet? Man, he got them Wayne head boots on, man. Where is these young kids shopping at nowadays, bro?
So basically,
but the youngest, but nobody was doing it at 25 ever.
Boots on.
Ever. I was the youngest promoter in the game at like 19, 20 years old when I was fighting on Showbox.
So when you say that, no, because I want to get it straight, because me and Gil talk about a lot of that. And it seemed like with a lot of fighters, a lot of times, it'd be 5, 6, 4, 5 people in their pocket. Ain't nobody in your pocket.
Nah, I don't got nobody in my pocket. I'm doing co-promotional deals with the promoters. I'm seeing all the numbers. I'm looking at everything. I'm knocking off the money for real. You know, these guys, they take a guarantee and they okay with that, which is cool. I don't got nothing against that. That's the, you know, the regular way to do it. But I want to see the numbers. I want to see the.
You just took a guarantee in your last fight, but we're gonna continue. Said these guys take a guarantee and they cool with it. And you definitely took a guarantee in your last fight, but we gonna go.
I want to see how much money the network is putting up, the stuff that these fighters don't know nothing about. But that's for me to teach them. That's for me to teach the people before me.
Talk your age.
It's major.
Let me ask you a question. Why is it that because you grew up in a situation where your dad had money, you know, he was able to position you to where as though you didn't have to sign to nobody, you know, because
this is dope. This is the part that makes him dope.
The talent, and y'all had the structure to go out there and make
it happen.
Bill
got structure, man. I give it to him. They win.
Sometimes try to come at you like y'all did something
Can't
wrong,
take that
like,
from him, bro.
Like
you cannot take that from him.
You had to get, like, you know, you come from money. Well, that's what your dad was supposed to do, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was more of, you know, coming from the knowledge. My pop studied the game, and he knew where we wanted to be. So it was even, you know, you can have as much money in the world, but if you ain't got that game, that knowledge,
was good with it, bro.
To be able to apply it, you know, to the sport, then it don't matter. And I'm the type of fighter. I'm fighting everybody. I'm fighting the best fighters in the world. These dudes don't have the resume that I got. So y'all can say where I come from, but just look at my resume. Look at me actually fighting the best fighters in the world.
Now, I just want to stop it right there real quick. I'm going to stop and just respond to some of the things he said. Do you see right there when he's talking about the work he putting in and stuff like that? That's what he brings to the table. That's what you can talk about. You young and you doing it and you successful and you winning. And ain't nobody been able to beat you or dethrone you yet. And that's real. That's something that nobody could take from you. Not even your biggest hater can take that from you. So some of that stuff that he's saying right there, that's real. That's what he brings to the table. The fact that, yeah, he came from money. He could have been a spoiled ass kid. How many, you know, guys we see that maybe their parents might have did it before them and they get in there and don't take the shit serious. Look at Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., perfect example. He come from a fighting family. His father was looked at as one of the absolute best, a legend in the sport. But look how he dealt with his career, right? Where you see Devin, you know, his father might not have been a fighter, but his money was right. And he still got in the game, took it serious, and got his own money. Now he winning in his own right now. They could sit back and reflect and look at how they winning together. They brought some structure to the game. You get what I'm saying in terms of, I think, father, son now. I'm just talking about their relationship in terms of how they moving, getting along. They getting it done. Like, I'm talking about the real shit that they're doing. They actually putting work in. I ain't talking about that other stuff that they pushing. I'm saying from that aspect, I respect it. I rock with it. Could have easily gotten the game and been a lazy ass kid or say, you know what, we got money. I don't really need to go hard. He ain't do that. He's very dedicated to the sport. You get what I'm saying? So that's why for me, that's why I give him a lot of credit. That's shit that you can sell him on because that's what he brings to the table. You get what I'm saying? A little bit different. Like, people they mistake his dad having money for him being a spoon-fed kid. That's not the same shit because he clearly puts the work in. That's what I'm talking about. You can't deny it. When it's time to work, he going to put that work in. When it's time to fight, he going to fight. Now, you know, it's going to be some resistance or some back and forth about whether or not you fighting the absolute best fighters in the world. Listen, I ain't even here to argue. Say what you want to say, but, you know, I believe your biggest challenges are still in front of you. You know what I mean? You're very young, very accomplished. You know, you got a lot of fights under your belt. You know what I mean? You got 31 fights under your belt, about to be 32, and you're 25 years old. So you got a lot of your career to still look forward to, and I'm here for it, man. I'm just going to see what he continue to do from here. You know what I'm saying? That's not true, though. Salute to Miss Joette. Someone really convinced this dude he has a top resume. That I understand. I get that. Definitely will. Appreciate you, bro. Salute to my guy John from the BX in the super chat, man. He said Dad will stay clear 147 till Boots get to step into 54. A lot of people say that. A lot of people feel that way.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Salute to my guy John. Busy in the building. What's good? Stretched out boxing. What's good with the family? He does work like he came from nothing. You get what I'm saying? That's the shit stretched out that they can sell him on. You get what I'm saying? Being one of the hardest workers. That's because that's what he really is. And who could take that? Who would really sit up in here and argue that? You get what I'm saying? Yeah, you could say, you could poke fun at the weight. I get all of that stuff, but I'm just saying in terms of being a disciplined, hard worker, he is that. And that is what I respect about him. That's the element that he brings to the boxing game. Being young, disciplined, and getting it. You know what I'm saying? He understand it early. Crush the legend, my guy. What's good with it, Crush? Good cook earlier this morning too, man. Black Truth in the building. What's good, family? He did have to sign to a promoter to get fights. That's the only way he became undisputed. What is he talking like he doing something so different? He signed to promoters to get fights like others. You know what I think it is, Zenith, and you make a great point. You always do. I think and this is just what I think off of hearing it. I feel like because he's not having no real locked in situation where, let's say, what is it, 3 fight deals at the most that he's doing, and he's being able to, because of that, it's not leaving him locked into one person for an extended period of time, and because of that, he's able to bounce from person to person to person. But at the same token, what you're saying is still true. You still essentially are doing what other people are doing. You just, I guess you're doing it in increments, in 3 fight increments, if that makes sense. 3 fights here, 3 fights there. You know what I mean? But to a certain degree, you still are doing it. You get what I'm saying? So I get it. Man, you already know, Crush, man. I love to hear a good build, man. Definitely can't sell a fight. I get it. You know, talking ain't his strong suit, man. He's not a big talker, bro. He's not a big talker. You know what I mean? He is a hard worker. We can't take that from all the other BS. You can't get behind. I feel you, Miss Joette. That's why I try to separate, you know, him, the fighter, from the things that they put out there. I let y'all make it that. I just like to give people their credit, but I ain't got to be stupid while I do it. You know what I mean? And delusion, my boy ain't too nice about it. You know, I ain't trying to kill him. I leave that for y'all. I just let y'all know, man, I'm very consistent, bro. I'll leave it to y'all. I know y'all gonna get on this case about this stuff. So, you know, that's why I'm playing it, so we all can hear it. You know what I mean? We can all hear it together. Salute to my guy, King L. Still need to help get fights. My guy, Tito Mikado's a free agent, and it's hard for him to get fights. Devin successful because of fluid connections. Having those connections definitely don't help. Definitely don't. Facts, the game is the game, and he ain't changing it. Nah, he ain't changing the game, but I understand. I think I'm trying to a certain degree, the element that I feel like he feels he brings to the game that's a little bit different. I get it. You know, maybe the intention is different, you know what I'm saying? And not locking into just one person for no lifetime deal. I get that. But just like Zaynab said, you still having to pretty much sign to these promoters for a few fights at a time to get these fights, right? You're not just being able to, you know what I mean, co-promote without doing so. And that's the thing. So it is what it is, man. Give him credit on the 3 fight deals. I think that's the way to move. Yeah, it's a smart salute to John, man. Y'all smash that like button for your bro, man. We gonna keep cooking, man. We gonna keep playing this. Salute to my bro, Freestyle Media Sports, joining the channel as a channel member. Much love to you, my guy.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
That deal with Bob was not co-promotional. It was a 360 deal. GHP was not any of them fights. That is also something that's true. Hey, Zena, you too sure. Zena see everything, bro. I be trying to let some of it slide. I'm glad that y'all can recognize me as a supporter rather than a hater. That's the goal here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I rock with him, but I ain't gotta believe everything a fighter say just to prove I rock with him. That's weird. Like, I ain't fanning out for nobody. So Devin said Boots don't have a jab or something like that. Oh, he said it in this interview. So let me try not to stop it so much. We're gonna get to it.
Look at me actually fighting the best fighters in the world.
Now, I seen your dad say,
Tank is his biggest payday.
When doing sparring, Floyd Mayweather was the day he knew that you was the best in the world. Mm-hmm. You know, he said you gave Floyd a good old Richard Simmons, Jane Fonda workout, right? Yeah. And I seen Floyd say something where as though, you know, he was just coming back or whatever, getting, you know, working for you know, getting ready for a fight.
Right, Marquis.
And,
I
guess
know.
you always stay in shape. You always
Eddie
ready.
ain't. We know Eddie not.
Was the workout really a workout? Like, did you really work him out near?
Yeah, was he taking it easy on you? We talking about Floyd now.
Nah, I mean, Floyd never said he was taking it easy. I haven't heard that one time. But you know, I still respect the greats of the sport. Even when they don't, you know, they don't show the same respect. But you know, I value what Floyd has done, you know, for the sport. And he set out the blueprint for me to follow. So,
But did you work him out?
Whatever happened that day happened that day. Only me and Floyd know, and the people that was there at least.
How you they leaked some sparring footage.
That's why I said. That's why I said when the greats
Floyd leaked the sparring footage. You and Tank gave it to Ryan, right? If I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
Ryan leaked you and Tank.
No, but he didn't leak the sparring. He leaked a highlight,
right?
A highlight tape.
And in the highlight tape, Tank was going in.
In the highlight tape, that was his best moments of the sparring, and we never seen what I did. We didn't even see me throwing no punches.
Right.
We know that ain't how no sparring gonna go, especially at that top level.
Right.
Actually, Tank on y'all podcast said that. What did he say? He got tired or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when I started working, and whatever the case may be. But we just didn't get a chance to see. I feel like we stripped the fans to really see what great work is like, and you know, two guys at the top of the game right now, you know, going at it at a young age. We didn't get they stripped the fans of it, and I would love for to show the world, you know, what really happened.
Deep down inside of you, do you believe you and Tank ever gonna get busy?
No, I mean, I definitely think so. I think it's only a matter of time.
Me and Gil got different opinions.
So hold on, I'm trying not to stop it. I'm gonna just try to let it rock. I'm just trying to figure out something, because when they was just on that other podcast with YG, the rapper, they just said Tank was running scared from him. He was a sucker. He a buster, all types of stuff. The Floyd Mayweather-ish over with, Tank 2 and all this, and his era over. He running from you. You see why I don't listen to the people that push the BS more than I listen to the fighter? You see why? I like it when you go on a real platform, you ask real questions. I like that. I like that. This is what I like. I love it, bro. I love it, man. I love it, man. I love it. So let's finish playing this. But at the end of the day, I like the fact that him as a fighter said, "Nah, you know, if the fight gonna happen, it's a matter of time." I like that.
Out there, I always say, I'm more Tank. I think Tank gonna get crazy because I seen him. Tank is a little different. I always deep down inside of you, do you believe you and Tank?
Nah, Wallo funny as hell, bro. Yo, listen to Wallo.
Ever gonna get busy?
No, I mean, I definitely think so. I think it's only a matter of time.
Me and Gil got different opinions about that. I always say, I'm more Tank. I think Tank gonna get crazy because I seen him. Tank is a little different. I seen him, you know, and I'm more martial art bull.
No,
you know what I
mean? That's why the fight it has to happen. Because
yo, he honestly, my bad, John. You know we gonna laugh a little bit. Yo, Wallo is a fool, bro. Why do he have to slip that in there, bro? That he you know, because you know I do martial arts. Like, bro, ain't nobody asking you about your martial arts. You bogus, yo. Gotta love Wallo, bro. I love it, yo. Nobody asks him about his martial arts, but he makes sure he gonna let you know that, hey, look, I did martial arts back in the day.
They take away people like Gil.
I'm more martial art bull.
No,
you know
that's why the fight it has to happen because it's people like
me crazy because
I definitely think so. I think it's only a matter of time.
Me and Gil got different opinions about that. I always say, I'm more Tank. I think Tank gonna get crazy because I seen him. Tank is a little different. I seen him, you know, and I'm more martial art bull. You know what I mean?
That's why
he bogus.
The fight it has to happen because it's people like you that think Tank will win. And people like Gil may think I will win. It's so many people that just want to see the fight.
Yeah, I want to see it because
the fight is so big. The fight is so big that it's so much money on the table and just it's gonna happen.
I just think,
I like that answer, Dave. I like your optimism,
when he get up in there, man, you know, just make sure you shield up. You know, the moves I taught you, shield all this shit up. Because one thing about Tank, he's a mechanic. He get with that body and fender work, he fix fenders and shit. So I'm like, damn. I'm like, man. I'm like, I don't want to see nobody, but I don't want to see him get up there. And because listen, because what happened is he'll hit you in the oil, oil will be leaking the shit. And that check engine light came, I seen him do this. So I'm like, oh man, it's gonna be crazy. Because
Wallo is an idiot, yo. What's wrong with this dude, yo? Man, he said, yo, because Tank a mechanic, man. You know, I've seen it before. He said he fixing fenders, bro. He just called that man a mechanic, bro. Nah. He told Dave, just make sure you put your shield up. Do the moves I taught you. Nah, bro. Nah, this one was funny, though. Salute to Devin $1 million worth of game. This one was funny, bro. This dude is an idiot, bro. Like, what's wrong with him, man? I don't know how Gillie get through takes with this dude, bro. Like, he gonna come with it. He gonna be honest, and it's just gonna be funny, bro. This is a funny dude, man.
It's gonna happen.
How he
I
standing?
just think, man, when he, when he get up in there, man,
I wish I could
shield up. You know, the moves I taught you, shield all this shit up. because one thing about Tank, he's a mechanic. He good with that body and fender work, he fix fenders and shit. So I'm like, damn. I'm like, damn, man. I don't want to see nobody, but I don't want to see him get up in there. And because listen, because what happened is he'll hit you in the oil, will be leaking the shit. And that check engine light came when I seen him do this shit. So I'm like, oh man, it's gonna be crazy.
Oh,
so, you know what I mean? Yeah, both of two good fighters, but it's like I just want to see us people get that paper. That's all.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Sure,
but you know.
Man. It's only right that we break bread when the time is right.
Oh my God!
It's gonna happen.
Yeah. This episode of $1 million worth of game is.
Yo, Wallo is undefeated, yo, in these interviews, yo. You know I do martial arts. Man, salute to $1 million worth of game. Again, salute to Dev. I think this was good for him to go do this before his fight. I like the whole, you know, them making their press runs, going to these different you know, outlets and promoting their fights and talking their shit. Like, it's funny. It's cool, but Wallo is a fool, bro. My goodness, man. This man is undefeated, dude. He's like, man, y'all both good fighters, man. He called Tank. He said, points toward your next trip and get closer to new True Blue perks with the JetBlue Plus card. Yeah, this dumbass ad. Man.
3-3. Who won the first one?
Slogan one was good.
He won the first one. Our first fight, we was like 9-10 years old.
Oh, okay.
Y'all smashed it like that.
Did he ever work you out?
Nah.
Everything was good with it, bro. How you
feeling?
Appreciate you stopping through. Appreciate you being the channel member as well, bro.
I won the next, and he won the next. And then we got older. And that's when things started.
Ryan, you keep talking about Ryan, man. I just think Tank. I don't know, man. I've been arguing with people about this shit for years, man. And I'm not no boxing analyst like you, but I done been to his fights, and I didn't analyze some fights myself. And the stuff that I taught him, the stuff I taught you. Boots, I taught y'all some shit. I seen y'all use my stuff.
Legends of Boxing,
you use him, all y'all, Shakur, all y'all use my stuff.
The fuck out of here.
But I see.
He taught us some stuff.
No.
He taught me some stuff for sure.
No, when I see
JC was good.
Once Tank black in divisions of Baltimore come in his mind. Check engine light.
This man is an idiot.
He gonna be leaking. I seen you Boots boxing analysts like that, but I didn't. You talking about Ryan, man?
Nah, yo. Hold on, my bad. Y'all smashed the like button. Y'all gotta laugh with me, yo. Wallo is amazingly funny, and why this show works because Gillie is on the other side of it. He thinks Devin will win. But he ain't as animated and as detailed as Wallo is just a full-blown. He make it funny, bro. This is funny. And it's funnier because Dev's sitting there like he unbothered. He got his arms folded right now, just sitting there looking at him like, what is this dude talking about? Nah, I wish I could screen share this, man, without getting clipped, man. This is funny, man. Salute to $1 million worth of game. The Visions of Baltimore, yo, Reef, why is he saying that? He said, yo, you got to see how he describing it to him. He switched the conversation. They was about to go back to Ryan. Gil said 3-3. Wallo said, man, you keep talking Ryan, man. That's because he about to fight Ryan, Gil. I mean, Wallo. He like, yeah, you keep talking Ryan, man, but Tank.
Switch back and forth. You know, he won one, I won the next, and he won the next. And then we got older. And that's
my God,
that's when things started.
Ryan, you keep talking about Ryan, man. I just think Tank. I don't know, man. I've been arguing with people about this shit for years, man. And I'm not no boxing analyst like Gil. but I done been to his fights, and I didn't analyze some fights myself, and the stuff that I taught him, the stuff I taught you, Boots. I taught y'all some shit. I seen y'all use my stuff.
No, you did.
I seen you, Boots, him, all y'all, Shakur, all y'all use my stuff.
Oh, man.
I see.
He said he taught them all. He said they all use his stuff. Yo, nah, man. Wallo undefeated, bro. He tell them boys, hey, I taught y'all that. I see y'all using my stuff. I don't know what he teaching them, but this is hilarious, bro. Man, this is funny, bro. Got to Big Dre, yo. You just him describing it while Dev just sitting there looking at him like, yo, this dude is silly, man.
No.
Tell me some stuff for sure.
No,
look, Dev playing into it. See, that's when you see personality. That's why these builds, these interviews are good. You see a little bit of personality. He just throw that in there. Yeah, you definitely taught me some stuff, knowing damn well he ain't teach you nothing. Or you better not use it in the fight.
Them, all y'all, Shakur, all y'all use my stuff. But I see.
Tell me some stuff.
No.
Tell me some stuff for sure.
No, when I see Tank, once Tank Black.
Oh, man.
And the visions of Baltimore come in his mind. Check engine light.
Body offender work.
No, it's gonna be this. Once he hit that shit, he's gonna be leaking. That shit.
That's slick though.
The light gonna pop. Bing, bing. The light gonna pop, and the car just gonna stop.
Slick though.
That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping the car don't stop.
Slick.
He say he hoping the car don't stop.
All right, man. Well, we gotta see this.
That's what I showed.
Listen, man.
Calling Tank a mechanic is crazy.
But I think and Jaron Boots Ennis got the best jabs in boxing.
Here we go, y'all.
I think from the time they come out,
this was a good one, man.
Bing! As soon as they come out, there's no filling out process.
I like Boots.
Who got the most power?
No. Let's clear this up. I know you being nice, Gillie. You know what I mean? Respect, no Boots don't got no chill button and no fill out round. Now he get right to commencing the ass whooping commence soon as the bell ring for Boots. Like that's Mr. No fill out round himself. You know what I'm saying? Dev is a little bit more calculated, obviously, because he's more of a pure boxer. Boots can go get you up out of there. So I don't know. They're a little bit different, though. They're a little bit different, but I get it.
I like Boots, but we can say he got a good jab, but I showed it on the elite level. We ain't really seen Boots on the elite level yet. Not saying that. You're right. I think he definitely gonna get there.
Elite level. Yeah. Boots is crazy. I'm seeing that. No, I seen. Listen, this.
Yo, Wallo once again. Yo, Wallo strike. Elite level. Man, Boots is crazy, man. I seen it myself. Yo, this is crazy. I swear this is gold, yo. Y'all not gonna have this much fun listening to this with nobody else, yo. Because this shit is funny, bro. You lying if these dudes ain't. This is funny, bro. This is must see, yo. Y'all ain't go watch this on your own. Please go watch it. This man say elite level. Man, Boots is crazy, man. I seen it myself.
I think from the time they come out from round one, bing! As soon as they come out, there's no filling out process.
I like Boots.
Who got the most power?
I like.
Look, who got the most power?
You can say he got a good jab, bro.
Listen to Wallo, yo.
I think from the time they come out from round one, bing! As soon as they come out, there's no filling out process.
I like Boots.
Who got the most power?
I like Boots, but we can say he got a good jab, but I showed it on the elite.
Wallo instigating.
We seen Boots on the elite level yet. Not saying that.
You're right.
I think he definitely gonna get there.
Elite level. Yeah. Boots is crazy.
No, he is. But what he's saying.
I'm seeing that. No, I seen. Listen, this is what I believe. This is what I
Wallo
believe.
said.
See, I don't do all that technical boxing shit. I'm not doing all that. I seen Boots. I seen Boots in that ring.
Yeah, for sure.
I seen him in that joint. I didn't spar with Boots. I ain't saying spar. I have the body joints on.
Yo,
Boots is he's special. He's thrown off too when he get in the ring.
So.
Did you see what he
thrown
did
off
to
too when he
in
get in
Atlantic City, man? Yeah. That dude was like, he didn't know what country he was in. I thought, listen, he beat that boy so much. I thought somebody got stabbed in a prison fight.
Yo.
Did you see what he did? That's different. All that analyst. Boots is he's special.
Goodness.
He's thrown off too when he get in the ring.
So.
Did you see
Gotta
what he
love
did
Wallo,
to a man
y'all.
in Atlantic City, man? Yeah. That dude was like, he didn't know what country he was in.
He said that. Listen, Boots
he beat that boy so much. I thought somebody got stabbed in a prison fight. There was blood everywhere. Did you see what he did? That's different. All that analyst ain't trying to hear that.
And now, just to stop it right there, that is a big difference in what they are as fighters. That's no disrespect. I'm taking nothing from Dev. Boots bring a different element. He absolutely beats the shot of his opponents, bro. Devin Haney will box the hell out you and like, you know, pinpoint shots, embarrass you. God body was good with it. Pinpoint shots, you know, sharp shit. You know what I mean? Box, you know, swim without getting hit. You know what I mean? Swim without getting wet. If you're in there with the right kind of guy, right? He is sharpshooter. He's very disciplined. But Boots is going to make sure you don't make it to the last round. Their temperament is totally different. With much respect to Dev, their temperaments are different. That's why Wallo was pointing out, hey, man, like, yo, he said elite level. He said, man, Boots is crazy, man. Look, I done seen it in the gym. Then you know he got those joking. I done sparred him. Well, not sparred him with the body joints, but now you seen him in Atlantic City. He say he ain't know what country he was in. Man, Boots really goes to get you. And that's the difference. And what I'm saying is this. So y'all know I'm not taking credit. Devin Haney even said, like, he was a little hesitant to try to go get, you know, Regis Prograis, right? In the last fight. He ain't step on it, and he could have. Boots is never going to say that. That his temperament is simply just different. That's all, y'all. His temperament is just to go get you. But Devin Haney's temperament has gotten him to be a 2-division champion and 31-0. And doing this thing at a very, you know what I mean? He doing this thing, man, very young and got a promising career. You know what I'm saying? Just stay away from Boots, though. Just stay away from Boots. It's cool to say he ain't on the elite level. I get you. I know what you're trying to say, but the difference is you going up to Boots, you fighting Boots, you moving up to 47 and fighting Boots. That would be like you fighting at the elite level, because fighting him would be like that for you. They would be that kind of fight. That he would be an elite level fighter that night. I tell you that. If you don't think he showed it at an elite level yet, it's safe to say that you feel like you at an elite level, right? So if you were to go up there to 147 and bother that bad man from Philly, damn sure you'll get all the elite level jab in boxing that you looking for. I'm telling you. Edward, what's good with the family? How you feeling, bro? Salute to you. He says strategic development. This is why where you grow up matters sometimes. You fight like your personality. Boots do fight like he from Philly. B Diddy already said they're going on Boots. Yeah, they good on Boots. He said they'll give him an opportunity. He said if he go up there and something, you know, then they'll give him an opportunity. Yeah, I say it sound good. It sound good, but I listen, I'm just being honest. I just think it's certain fights that are not good matchups. And for right now, respect to everything he's put on, all 31 of his fights, even the ones in Tijuana, I respect them all. Respect the grind, respect the accomplishments, respect the work he put in. But not all of that shit would go out of the window if he went up to 147 and got in the ring with Boots Ennis. That's my honest opinion. That ain't no damn hate. That's just me being a real boxing fan. All I'm saying is when I look at the fighter that Jaron Ennis is and the fighter that Devin Haney is, I just don't see no physical advantage whatsoever. And then, you know, the experience that he has would kind of cancel out against a Jaron Ennis type opponent because of the size, and you'll just be a different caliber of fighter you fight. And you'll be fighting a guy that's closer to your size, that's every bit of athletic as you are, possibly more naturally. You get what I'm saying? A switch hitter, power in both hands. He could be every bit as just as slick as you, and your chances of getting him out of there will be slim to none if we just being honest based on like what we've seen in the ring. So that will put you in harm's way because your only method to victory against that guy would be to outbox him in 12 rounds. And I don't believe that. I just don't believe that you can fight the kind of fight that would navigate 12 rounds with Boots Ennis. I just don't see it. I don't feel like you can fight that clean of a fight with a guy that's closer to your size. Like I said, every bit of an athlete as you are. Some would argue more naturally athletic. They comparing this kid to Roy Jones and shit like that. That's not a coincidence at all. The dude is really the goods. And like I said, man, just without you growing into that weight class and any of that stuff like that, and you talking about going there and you're 12, this is Boots and Boots got to do this. Nah, bro. Well, nah, hell no. Like that's going to be a very bad fight. And that's all I'm saying. Stylistically, just from what they bring to the table, temperament wise, that's the wrong kind of fighter to go in there with. And like I said, you not being a big puncher, with him being one of those punchers, elite guys, like I said, he every bit as fast as you are, just as big. Nah, that's just a bad matchup, man. But you know, I get it, man. The super Devin Haney fans, y'all feel like he really could walk on water. Yeah, I feel like he'll just go up there to 147 with no problem and beat Boots. But how I know that's not a reality, because the mere mention of his name, people already start getting pushed back and saying, well, why are we talking about Boots? He had 140 and Boots is at 47. Yeah, so once you start talking like that, I already know how you feel about the matchup without even telling me. So you could lie and say, yeah, Boots got to show me that he'll, yeah, that's fair. But if we just looking at what we see in the ring, I don't think nobody in their right mind is picking him to beat Boots Ennis right now. That's crazy. I mean, it is definitely my opinion, but I think it's one that a lot of people would agree with. I think it's the opinions of most. Matter of fact, you know what? After the show, Joe. I'm gonna put a poll up. I'm gonna say if Devin Haney moves up to 147 right now, after this Ryan fight, and challenges Boots Ennis right away, who thinks he wins? I'm gonna put a poll up and see what the people say. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna see what the people say. All right, and never mind what I say. I'm gonna see what everybody else say. Jonathan 97 in the building. What's good with the family? Frontline. What's good, fam? Don't that mean he not elite then? Yeah, because anytime we talk about a matchup where Devin is equally sized and equal skilled, Devin giving out by saying he need to stay away from him. That's true, Zen. If they do that, they do it. He done showed me well. He done showed me. Talk to him, Thrill. You know what I'm saying? They talk about he still got to show you. What Boots got to show you? Flawless mentality, Dr. Mark. Salute to the OG. How you feeling today? Pardon me if I missed you. He said he could have easily said, yeah, Boots has a good jab, but I don't think it's better than mine. Yeah, he just said I ain't seen him do it at the elite level. And I get the point he's trying to make, because that's the safest point to make. Because you got, people go question Boots' opposition all the time. That's all they do. So I think that's what he doing, questioning the opposition and things like that. So it's cool, but this is what I'm saying. If you move up to 147, Devin the Dream Haney, and you was to fight Jaron Ennis after you fight Ryan Garcia, this elite level that you saying he never fought at, he would damn sure be fighting at it when you in there. You would feel like that was every bit of the elite level, because you would not have one significant single, physical advantage in that fight. I think your experience will go out the window, because all of that experience that you gained came against much smaller guys that he would simply just demolish and walk through. And I just think that's just being real. You know what I mean? Not saying taking away from none you did. Boo's just a different guy, a much bigger guy. He will beat the absolute snot out of those 135-pound dudes that you fought. And that's just being real. But I'm going to hit the poll. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm gonna put one up, Tim. I'm gonna put one up, but let's keep rocking out, man. Let's keep rocking out. We ain't done yet. Yeah, I keep smashing the like button, sub to the channel if you new, and we gonna keep rocking.
Yeah. I thought, listen, he beat that boy so much. I thought some horrible Boots. I ain't saying spar. I have the body joints on. Boots is a little. He's special. He started off too when he get in the ring. Did you see what he did to my man in Atlantic City, man? Yeah. That dude was like. He didn't know what country he was in. Yeah. I thought, listen, he beat that boy so much. I thought somebody got stabbed in a prison fight. It was blood everywhere. Did you see what he did? That's different. All that analyst ain't trying to hear that.
Look at Wallo.
Yeah. I thought, listen, he beat that boy so much. I thought somebody got stabbed in a prison fight. It was blood everywhere. Did you see what he did? That's different. All that analyst ain't trying to hear that.
Here, Wallo, all that analysts, I ain't trying to hear none of that.
Guys at 147.
Who top? Who?
Wallo about to lose his cool.
That ain't for me to determine. I'm not critiquing it. I mean, I'm not going against it. But what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, it's just different at the elite level, and I'm showing at the elite level.
Man, I was watching Keith Thurman when I was in jail back in the day, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Come on,
some
man.
top guys at 147.
Man, that's old news, man. I was in
Night
jail.
Rider was good.
So
that's where HBO Fights was on.
He don't even fight nobody there. He shouldn't even fight nobody.
Keith Thurman, what is you talking about? No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, Wallo is an idiot,
CRAWFORD.
Elite level.
No. Terrence.
Hey, yeah, man. It's tough, Zenith. Like, it's tough. Because what was considered all right, let me try to put this in perspective the best way I could. Because of the size differential with a Jaron Ennis, if he fought any of those guys at that smaller weight class, these guys that he's deeming the elite level that he fought at, it wouldn't be the elite level for Boots. He would destroy them. Does that make sense to y'all? Because obviously he's a bigger guy, so he's supposed to, right? But y'all get what I'm saying? that elite level shit that he's speaking about cancels out. He would absolutely mop every last one of those dudes that he fought. All of them, knockouts. They would all be knockout victims of Boots Ennis. So again, I'm not taking away from it, but at that weight class, maybe it's a different conversation. But we talking about them dudes against Boots. The only thing to be elite is the ass whooping that he'd put on each and every one of them dudes at 135. They're just entirely too small, respectfully. And as he's supposed to beat those dudes' ass, but he would. And it'd be bad. So no. So again, that shit cancels out. You go up there, knocking on the door of Boots Ennis. I would guarantee you, out of all the fights that you had in your career, that would be by far the most difficult and brutal fight that you've been in. I could guarantee you that. I would guarantee you that. That dude, I'm telling you, man, I know what I'm saying, bro. You're not gonna tell me somebody with a temperament like that, and he's coming to destroy you, bro. He's not playing with no little ass dudes coming up from no weight class. Telling you that Boots ain't the one. You got dudes his size don't want to fight him. Come on, man. Nobody at 140 thinking about fighting Boots for real right now, because it's not a smart move. Respectfully, it's not. It's not a smart move unless you work your way into the weight class. Then by all means, go after Boots. But all this fantasies of jumping from 140 to 47 and beating up Boots, and you bugging, you just being a fan. That dude will really hurt something. No evidence. What's good, family? How you feeling? Shakur head on the chicken. Yeah, Kid Austin did that, man. He did my boy like that, man. I'm gonna talk about it. Devin is a big guy. Yeah, he a big kid, bro. Salute to my bro Kenneth Johnson, man. KJ in the building. Much love and appreciation, supporting the grind, man.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
David Sandoval, what's good with it? Appreciate you, Kenneth. He said Crawford needs to fight Boots. I mean, the only problem with that, David, is if Terrence Crawford fights at 147 pounds again in his career, listen, I agree with you 1,000,000%. I think he would need to fight Boots. I think that's the only fight people would accept. But the problem is, Terrence Crawford has moved on from 147. And I know you're going to say, yeah, he got the belt still. I get it. But I don't think he has the belts because he has intention on fighting at 47 again. I think he's moved on from that. And once he officially dropped the belts, everybody would be in line and they'll understand that. So I think the only way Boots Ennis could potentially even possibly remotely position himself if he goes up to 54, how Sean Porter was saying, you know what I mean? Maybe he need to explore that possibility. Because that's where the best challenges, I think, for him alive right now at 54. 47 just running out of people. Yeah, he did that. Yeah, him or his dad, Ash. Him or his dad did that. You know what I mean? I just put it in there because they did it. They put it on his Instagram. I seen it. They still asking for the Shakur smokes, so to speak. Cobain was good with it. Nah. David, he ain't fighting him. He ain't fighting him. I'm hearing different things with Bud Crawford right now. I'm hearing Bud Crawford is still in line to potentially face Tim Tszyu. I also heard something about him possibly fighting Fundora, but I think that's more of a stretch because I heard Fundora's promoter say that Fundora probably won't be back to early November. And that they going to explore the rematch because that's what makes sense. So I don't think Bud is going to get that fight. And I did hear he's in line to fight Tim Tszyu. Tim Tszyu is now #1 in the WBO rankings. Salute to my bro Doug because he let me know that. So unless something changed, he tell me something different, I run with it because bro information always on point. So nah, Crawford and Eubank, that never was really a thing. Somebody just made a cool little poster and Eubank reposted it, but it wasn't never no real that wasn't a real situation for Crawford. Therefore, Boots may be #1 at 147. Right now, since him and Errol, Errol and Bud moving up, absolutely he's #1 to me. Until somebody prove otherwise, I don't think nobody at 47 beats Boots Ennis until they show me. I ain't see nobody looking like the type of threat that he is at that weight class, respectfully. You know what I mean? So, and the biggest challenges now are at 54 because two of the top dogs from 47 are now about to be at 54. So, 154 is almost entirely PBC. And Bole, what's good with it, bro? I'm glad Tim didn't deserve to lose his title. Nope, Ash. And I credit Samson. He was like, hey, emotional dude, but after calming down and talking to the people, he like, Fundora will get his rematch. I heard him say it. So maybe that's what they're gonna stick to. And like I said, I heard Bud Crawford in line to still fight Tim Tszyu. And remember, I talked about it before. Tim Tszyu revealed that he was actually in negotiations with Bud Crawford and his team once before. They was in negotiations, and he said the Keith Thurman situation materialized faster, so he went with that one. So, and I said this before, what's wrong with him revisiting that possibility? But I don't know. It's crazy because Fundora and Tim Tszyu supposed to fight again, but Bud was supposed to be in line for Fundora or Tim Tszyu possibly. So I don't know where that leaves him at. I really don't. Because if they run it back, then, you know, it is what it is for that. Boots going to 54, only leaves the division wide open for others. Yeah, Boots is no guarantee to beat everyone, by the way. He's a heavy favorite. You know, I'm with you, Bole. I get it. I respect his willingness to try to stick it out and be great where he at. And I get it. You know what I'm saying? I understand. I get it. But we're going to get back to this interview, man.
He can fight. He try to size me up, man. Whenever, you know what I mean? We still beef. When I see you, he's on. All that, I mean, the peace treaty is off. But no, I'm just saying, like,
Wallo is
who is the top fighters, man, out here, right? Top 5 right now.
Top 5 fighters.
Yeah, from you, man. I don't want to.
Including myself or not including?
Yeah, including yourself.
Obviously, me for sure.
Tim
I like Bud. I think Anthony Joshua at the top of his game right now.
Himself, Bud, Anthony Joshua.
Who else?
I think gonna say Canelo.
Better be at the top of his game.
How many you just said?
That's 4.
No, better be it.
Better be it.
You just said 4. No, you can't do that.
So many good
you can't do that. How you gonna say 4 and you ain't got Shakur and taking that?
Hold on, do it. That's his list. Relax.
Yeah,
better be it.
All right, let me get my list.
Who else? 5.
Wallo be wild.
Canelo. You gotta go with Canelo.
So you left Shakur and Boots. Tank off that list.
And Boots. Tank and Boots. It was 3 of them left off.
You said my 5.
Okay.
My 5.
Okay.
Wallo won't let him say his 5.
What about it?
How does it end it?
Come on now. Shakur can't fuck with me. We offer Shakur a fight.
Shots fired.
It was 3 of them left off.
Shots fired. Oh, man.
My 5.
Okay.
Shots fired.
You and Shakur.
What about it?
How does it end it?
Come on now. Shakur can't fuck with me. We offer Shakur a fight.
Drake Martin was good, man.
Was y'all offering some real money or was it play money?
Man, all this shit at the top level, all this shit is real money. He's gonna make more money in that fight than he ever made in all his fights combined.
But he ain't take it.
Hold on, what? What did he say?
He didn't want that.
Was y'all offering some real money or was it play money?
Man, all this shit at the top level, all this shit is real money. He's gonna make more money in that fight than he ever made in all his fights combined.
But he ain't take it.
We offered him a
he didn't want that.
Was y'all offering some real money or was it play?
Hold on, bro.
What about it?
How does it end it?
Come on now. Shakur can't fuck with me. We offered Shakur a fight. We offered him a
he didn't want that.
Was y'all offering some real money or was it play money?
Man, all this shit at the top level, all this shit is real money.
Wallo asking the question.
That fight than he ever made in all his fights combined.
But he ain't take it. You said in all his fights combined?
All his fights.
See, I was offering some real paper like that.
Come on now. Listen.
Hey, yo, man. Oh, man. I don't even know where to start, man. Where do I start with that Candyland money? Where do I start, bro? Hey, listen, I'm always try to come from a place of logic, right? In order for you to know that he was going to make more in the fight if he fought you than he did in all his other 20, it would have been 20 fights or so at the time, you would have to know how much he made up until this point. You would have to know that. Furthermore, you would have to know the exact specifics of how much he was going to get paid in a fight with you. And I don't know, the last time I checked, when did y'all get that far? Like, when did y'all get that? How could y'all be so sure? Y'all trying to tell me the guy that y'all said don't have nothing to offer and don't sell and don't nobody know him and is boring, nobody checking for him, all of a sudden is going to make I think what they was trying to say was like $8 million or something like that. Hey, yo, man, I don't even think I got to explain this. Yo. I think we've been through this road, but salute to him. But he didn't turn the fight down. He just didn't accept 25%. He went to the sanctioning bodies, and for the people that really follow the situation, y'all know the rest. Like, it ain't about shitting on him. Listen, he entitled to say what he feel like is the truth. for my money and from what I gauged and what I seen, I will have to call BS on that. You know what I'm saying? I would have to call BS on that. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, you would really have to know how much this man is getting paid from fight to fight to fight to fight. You get what I'm saying? It's a little bit different. Like, so I think that's I got to call BS on that. Like, you get what I'm saying? BS. Big time BS. He didn't even believe when it came out of his mouth. Say we'll watch Haney and Shakur. I would. I think most of the people in here, David, will watch Haney and Shakur fight. Like, I think real, like, hardcore boxing fans ain't thinking that. Like, it'd be a bad fight. Only casual people, I think, will say that. Because they'll say it's going to be boring. And if you look at the styles of them fighters, like, you definitely know for sure one of them dudes definitely ain't boring if you watching, but neither is the other guy. So I don't think you get a boring fight. Like, if you just look at the sparring, like, think about the sparring that they had that was shared all over the world and how many people was sharing that, talking about it, breaking it down and different stuff like that. So, and that was just what, a couple rounds, a few minutes of sparring. Like, just think about a whole fight. So if people was that interested in they sparring all them years ago, you think they wouldn't be interested in them two dudes fighting? You get what I'm saying? Jamal Brooks in the building. Brooks good. What he said? Do you feel like Dev might be dumb to the game and just listen to whatever his father tells him? No, I don't think he's dumb. I think they're very smart. I think he's very intelligent. I think he's very aware. But at the same time, I think he's very confident. I think he's very ambitious. I think a lot of the things that come out of his mouth are what I would call his truth. Like, and him speaking, like I said, victory and positivity over his career, if that makes sense, when he say some of the stuff he say. Like, I mean, it just is what it is. It all depends on who you ask, bro. It all depends on who you ask. If he was 100%, yeah, I would have said it. But knowing what I know, nah, because I don't even think he should have been in there. Yeah, Knight Rider, you know I got the footage. You know I got that footage, but we're going to keep playing this, man. He said the 25% offer was below the WBC minimum. Yeah, why take less than the sanctioned body dictate? Exactly. Why offer him less than what the mandatory split would have been and say you really wanted to fight? That's my whole thing. You know what I mean? But whatever. To each his own. Mr. Empire, what it do, family? How you feeling, bro? It's not just Bill. Devin would double down on the line with no hesitation. Hey, nah, they get
listen, all his fights combined, he was going to make more money.
That probably had nothing to do with him if he turned it. No, because he's an animal. I don't know.
All his fights combined.
That's a lot of money.
Talk to him, Wallo.
All his fights. How many fights he had?
Shit.
15, 17.
No. So you telling me he ain't getting? Come on, man. I ain't going for that, man.
More than 20.
21 right now.
No, that mean he was gonna make some good money.
Nah, well, that mean that's a damn lie. I don't like to count. Listen, real quick. I don't like to count nobody pockets and none of that. I'm not into that. But that's just a flat out lie. If you in the know, if you've been paying attention a little bit, if you really know what the hell going on, you would know that's a lie, flat out. Flat out. Even with the 8 million shit, like, just do, man. I don't count nobody pockets, but I know better than that. That shit is bullshit. It's 100% bullshit. It's fabricated. Like, hell, I ain't never. That's something I can't support. That's a bullshit. It's like nah, bro. Draper Wright, what's good with it, fam? Yeah, that's a flat out lie. I'm sorry, I can't. Yeah, it sound like BS to me too, cause Haney and Regis both made guaranteed 1.5 million. And both didn't make enough to make the back end. You know what I'm saying? Per Regis' own mouth. And I had that clip, HLD. I played it. I'm just saying. I listen. I love you too, man. Love you like a fat kid loves cake, but I don't like no narratives, bro. That's a lie. Hell yeah, that's bullshit. You know what I mean? That's some bullshit, bro. You stop. You know what I mean? But okay, if you want to push it, have at it, sir. You know what I mean? Have at it. We're going to keep getting to it, though. We're going to keep playing it. Salute to Debbie Haney.
Let's talk about this, man. Look at this, man. What?
At Domino's, you can get more than just amazing.
Not bad.
Like, fight a guy, like an MMA fighter, and bring him over to boxing, it would just all just have to make sense. But right now, no, because I'm fighting the best fighters in the world. I'm fighting the best.
Let me ask you this question: you been 25 years.
It would just all just have to make sense. But right now, no, because I'm fighting the best fighters in the world. I'm fighting the best.
Now I'm gonna tell you. Listen, I'm not here to try to start no trouble, but I'm just saying. Now, when you say you fighting the best fighters in the world, you do know that you're fighting Ryan Garcia, who, by your own admission, said is a C+ fighter. That's not good. You do know that. There's no way in hell you can sell us that you're fighting the best fighter in the world when out of your own mouth you said that. Much like with Regis. Said Regis was another C-level trash fighter with no feet. And you proved it to be the case. So my thing is, those last couple fights that have not been the best fighters in the world. Respect to both of them. Lomachenko, I'll level with you there. I agree 1,000,000%. That's one of the best fighters in the world. But, you know, even before that, Kambosos, no, absolutely not one of the best fighters in the world. But I understood why you took that challenge. I be who I be. What's good with it, player? How you feeling? So, look, that's just my opinion on things. Like, you call it hate, then that's just being weird. That's just my opinion. He think he's fighting the best fighters in the world. I'm telling you by his own admission, he's saying he's not fighting the best fighters in the world. He say he's fighting a C+ fighter. That's trash. That don't belong in there with him. That's just a name. And if he didn't have a name, he wouldn't be in there. He wouldn't even be fighting them. So you can't play both sides. Like, you can't say you're fighting the best fighters in the world. The best fighter in the world is a C+ fighter. And the last time I checked, you said you an A+ fighter and you're one of the best fighters in the world. So A+ fighter in there with a C+ fighter don't sound like the best fighter in the world. And that's just off your own words. So people mad at that, be mad at him for playing on both sides. You can't say fighting the best fighters in the world if you're fighting a C-class, C+ fighter. That's all I'm saying with just the name. That's trash that beat you 3 times in an amateur. So whatever.
Ask you this question. You being 25 years old, right? You got all the cars, you got all the money. In boxing,
y'all smash that like button, man.
Or I would say out of all of your peers, you are the most decorated. Right? Do you feel as though right now, 25 years old, being an undisputed champion, being a 2-weight champion, do you feel as though you're a Hall of Fame fighter right now?
Yeah, I mean, I try not to think about that too much because, you know, it's still so much more I want to accomplish. And I try not to really
good with it, bro.
Get too focused on what I already accomplished because I want to just keep setting the goalposts further and further and further and further. So
I feel you, bro. I feel you.
If I just said I'm done today, will I go to the Hall of Fame? 100%.
Okay. Now, with all of your peers,
further and further. So if I just said I'm done today, will I go to the Hall of Fame? 100%.
Okay. Now, with all of your peers, I'm talking to Tank.
I think he going to the Hall of Fame if he just was to call it quits right here, right now. Hall of Fame. He beat Kambosos, Loma, Regis. Those are 3 biggest wins, or most notable, right? You think those Hall of Fame worthy? But you gotta think he accomplished undisputed, very young age, been 2 division champion. I don't know. It's tough, right? I just don't know.
Davis, I'm talking to Shakur Stevenson. I'm talking to Ryan Garcia. Right. I'm talking to Teofimo Lopez. Do you think that any of them,
said no.
As far as their accolades and what they accomplished, not anything as far as money-wise, I'm just saying accomplishments in the sport of boxing.
Know, Dante.
Do you think any of them are Hall of Fame fighters yet?
No. I think with the exception of Teo. I think Teo has a good resume. Became
that last fight looked a little crazy.
Yeah, with Wallo,
I'm just saying to you, don't step to me, because your boxers got to have it to step to me. I know martial arts, so we ain't changing the sport. But I was in there. I'm like, that joint was crazy, man. He wasn't looking that good in that one, man.
Yeah, nah, he didn't look good at all.
A fool.
But you know, he had a good resume.
Truth. Okay.
So yeah, I would just say the exception to him.
Jermaine Taylor is not. Nah. Great point from the rip, Zenith. Great point. Because he not, and he in it, and you're right. And I would have to lean towards no, because you don't have enough notable wins. I know they banking a lot of that being in the Hall of Fame, basing it because you are undisputed. I don't know how much that weighs into that. I can't say I know, but I'm thinking that's what how he looking at it, like undisputed and 2-time champion. I'm 25. Yeah, I'm going. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Nah, he was wrong. He was. You at
the top of your game.
Top of his game is the truth.
What boxer in the 80s you would have loved to fight that was at the top of the game? And what boxer in the 90s?
I mean, I gotta go with the, you know, they say arguably the greatest lightweight of all time.
That's a good point.
That's Roberto Duran. Mm-hmm. So I would have to say Roberto.
Yeah, right. Facts, Bole.
Yeah, well, Sugar Ray Leonard. Yeah, but they say the greatest lightweight would have been, that's lightweight when I became undisputed, and that's why that's why I said lightweight. I would say Roberto Duran.
He was an animal. He was crazy.
Yeah, he was crazy for sure.
How do you feel it would have turned out?
Obviously, I respect the greats of the sport. I'm big on that because they said they paved the way for fighters like me, fighters like me, and the other fighters today. So I don't be trying to say nothing bad about the ones that came before me, but obviously I feel like, you know, I'm the best fighter ever. So and only time will tell. So of course I think I would have won.
Who in the 90s?
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Like and I'm gonna put that in perspective for anybody think, listen, you might not agree with what he said, but it's not about agreeing. I don't expect no fighter to say another fighter is gonna beat him. So when he say, look, I feel like I beat Roberto Duran, I feel like I'm the best fighter ever. I feel like when you win this type of sport, your confidence, you rather be overconfident than not confident enough. And that's just me being real. That's as real as I could call it. So although you don't have to agree that if you think he were to fight a guy like Roberto Duran, he would go in there and beat him. I'm not stuck on what he said. I'm just looking at it for what it is. He's supposed to say that, right? Like I don't expect a fighter to be like, oh, you know what? I know he was a beast, man. I probably would have got my ass whooped. Like who says what fighter? Like every fighter is gonna say exactly what he said. And he took his time saying it. He ain't try to go too crazy. He just said, look, obviously I feel like I'll win. I feel like I'm the best fighter ever. Like ain't nothing wrong with that. You're supposed to feel like that. And again, until somebody prove you otherwise, feel like that. You know what I'm saying? Exactly, 100% IB saying what he's supposed to say.
That was Roberto Duran. He was in the 90s. The 80s, yeah.
I said the 80s and 90s, but it'll go. It don't matter. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I had already did the 90s. At least wait. Who did me?
No, but you got the early. Because there's a guy named Terrence Crawford that was a hell of a lightweight too. I think he had
Floyd was he was in the early 2000s.
So who you would have fight? Who out of them? Who you would have?
Yeah, that's facts. He gave the right answer.
Floyd, of course. You know, Floyd. He retired with the O. He was. You know, they say he was, you know, the best. Nobody defeated him, and he fought the top fighters. So I
isn't that hard of an accomplishment, right? And I think that's what they're gonna factor in. Respectfully, Zenith, I don't think he got enough big names yet to solidify that fully. Like that'd be very debatable for me to be in the Hall of Fame right now with the resume. Not saying it's a bad one at all, or you're not accomplished. We're not shitting on that, but when you talk about Hall of Fame, you're talking about a whole different ballpark. You know what I'm saying?
Well, obviously, you're gonna say you.
Now, talking about the absolute best of the best.
Who
I ain't
do you
saying
say
you
right now, nigga, walk out of this game?
You got a lot to prove. You got a lot of time to make that mark.
Who could walk out right now and go into the Hall of Fame? Right now.
Terrence Crawford, Canelo.
Crawford, yeah. Canelo,
Tyson Fury.
I don't know. I don't know about that, y'all. Y'all think Tyson Fury Hall of Famer, y'all?
What about the big guy you always say?
Anthony Joshua. Yeah.
Anthony Joshua, Hall of Fame, y'all think? 2-time former unified heavyweight champion.
Earl Spence.
EJ, yeah.
Yeah, I say Earl Spence.
Why are you taking time with that? Like,
no, I'm just gotta think. I'm just
Wallo on everything. Why you taking time with that?
What about Earl Spence?
Earl Spence. Yeah, I say Earl Spence.
Why are you taking time with that? Like,
no, I'm just gotta think. I'm just thinking of his resume.
Wallo is a fool, bro.
For sure.
Just how many big names you count on his resume. One, Loma, Thomas, respect
Lomachenko.
I think Danny had like 2 belts.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I get it, the accomplishments with Loma, but again, I would question how many real big names did he beat too. Like he's 17-3. I just can't think of another fighter, despite anything they got going on, that would be 17-3 and in the Hall of Fame. And I don't think Loma is the damn exception to the rule. 17-3, bro. You beat everybody you're supposed to beat. You beat for the most part. The guys you lost to, like, you know, I picked Teo to beat him. I ain't pick what's his name, Salido, but shit, I picked Dev and Teo to beat him. So other than that, I don't know. I just don't know. Godbody said, yeah, Fury and Wilder, Anthony Johnson, Usyk Hall of Fame. Think so? Yes, to me, Fury is Hall of Fame. Think so. However, Gotti is in the Hall of Fame. Yeah. He thought longer on Earl than he did himself. Amazing. Yeah, how'd that go? Loma gets in off his amateur career. And yeah, I don't think that got any bearing, right, Dante? Right? I don't think somebody amateur pedigree got, you know, like got anything to do with what you accomplished in the pros. Like that's tough, right? I don't know, but you might be right. That not compared with any of the names he said. Yeah, he giving us the fights we want to see.
Or something like that. Then he win and do one at 147 as well.
Yeah, 140 and 147, yeah.
Cool boy Steph.
No, I think Cool Boy still got some work to do. He had 2 belts at one.
Andrew Gray was good.
I don't think that his resume is that steep yet.
He still got some more work to do.
But I think he got a lot of talent.
What about Tank and Shakur? I always want to know. I just want to know.
He said no already.
No, he didn't say all of them.
I did say no already. I did.
I ain't there. I was zoned out. Yeah. And you think Tank ain't going to the Hall? Fight now. Take a step off. He ain't going. You want me to tell me Tank ain't going to the Hall?
I mean, the best fighter on his resume is who? Ryan? Who's the best fighter on his resume?
Ryan.
DraftKings, these offers got me hyped for the playoffs.
Yeah, the crazy part about that is you fighting the dudes you discrediting is wild. You fighting Ryan, bro. But okay. Okay, big dog. It's your world, champion. It is your world, champion.
No, just tell me. Resume. What would you say?
Maybe Pitbull Cruz, maybe Ryan Garcia.
This what I'm trying to.
This Pitbull Cruz going to.
Yeah, Wallo, Gillie, y'all tripping. Both of y'all tripping. Pitbull Cruz. Ryan Garcia is the best fighter on Tank resume. Wow.
I mean,
against a ball.
Yeah. No, but see, y'all be saying that, but we didn't have times when people step in the rings and anything can happen in that ring. You say that. No, but why people say that? And then, you know,
I don't know, man. Tank been in 4 different weight classes, bro.
We're quick to say somebody's a bum, right? But you get in that ring, anything can happen. And we done seen
they do. Reef, they do. He like a what? 3-4 division champ. Tank a 3 division champ. Shakur 3 division champ. But he's saying no, quick as hell on them.
These dudes. That don't mean you run a good drive. That mean you had somebody.
But y'all saying it like
somebody else's fault.
And he did it in 21 fights.
So it happens sometimes.
Take the biggest in boxing.
But we
talk about boxing accolades.
Is we going on popularity?
We talk
going on. Because if that's the case, Ryan Garcia go to the Hall of Fame too.
Right, it's a difference because
Jake Paul go to Hall of Fame too.
Hey, Wallo, damn you Wallo. He said Jake Paul and Ryan going to the Hall of Fame. Nah, hell nah. Hell nah, bro.
You ain't even accomplished.
Hell nah.
Because you just popping on social media. Back then you had to win belts to become
Polo was good.
After you won the belts, then you became famous. You feel it? So it's a little different.
Ronnie said Tank 4 division.
Like Ryan Garcia, I don't even think he ever even fought for a belt. You feel what I'm saying? So, and he's up here. You feel what I'm saying?
He hasn't fought for a belt.
Because he sells out arenas. People was interested in him. You know, so
Tank has beat more champions than Devin too. Yeah, that's true too, bro. I had the graphic of Zenith a while back.
I'm just saying, if you ask
right
me
now,
what
no.
Bring back same day weigh-ins.
Or is it about belt? Is it about
35?
And I fought a guy who's already. I beat a guy who's going to the Hall of Fame in Lomachenko already.
Right, because Lomachenko was the fastest 2-weight division boxer in the history of the sport.
All right, now listen. This is what I'm trying to understand. Y'all saying
the fastest 2-weight division boxer. Nah, you mean 2-weight champion? The Gillie said that wrong, but I'm gonna let him slide.
Or is it about who you
And it's gonna need more.
Like, what is that?
One more real signature way.
Is it about
top champion? I think that's fair too, though. You know what I'm saying? I think you need that. You know what I mean? You need that name.
The guys who you fought is the champions.
Oh, the Hall of Fame, not the Hall of Accolades. Look at Gotti. That's a fact, bro. That's a fact. It's a fact, Zena. Great point.
I don't understand it because he's big, so I'm just trying to.
No, Tank is the biggest. If you talking about
Jake Paul, right?
Yeah,
I'm person know Jake Paul. Right now, this is a casual will know who Jake Paul is. He's huge.
Yeah.
But he's not going to the Hall of Fame because
no, he didn't. You can't put.
Yeah, but Jake Paul don't count. He don't got no actual full boxing career, nothing like that.
I understand it. We're not talking about.
Now Tank put in actual work to even put him. Nah, hold on, man. See, I try to let it ride, bro. All right, enough is enough, bro. What y'all doing, bro? What y'all on over there? To put Tank and Jake Paul in the same conversation is disrespectful, to say the least, bro. I'm not even trying to be funny. Jake Paul, do your thing, bro. But nah, bro, don't. Jake Paul is in a lane by himself. He is in his. You know why what Jake Paul is doing is working for him? Do you want to know why, y'all? Because he's in his own lane. Could anybody in here disagree that Jake Paul is definitely in his own lane? Like it, love it, hate it, whatever. He's in his own lane, bro. He created a lane for himself, and it's been successful. I believe relatively successful thus to this point. And he's been putting other people on. Look, salute to Jake Paul, but to compare him to Tank Davis, that's actually put in the work, had an amateur background, turned professional, been through 4 different weight classes. Like, that's wild. Don't do that. That's wild. That's wild. Actually fighting world champions, beating more world champions than the guy that's being interviewed. Like, nah, I think that's a little bit wild. That's all. And that's no slight to Jake. That's what we doing. How the hell are we comparing to what Tank Davis did to what Jake Paul doing? Like, what are we talking about? That's not even a comparison. You can't compare that in any way, shape, or form. That's bogus. That's bogus activity, bro. You can't do that. You can't do that. Like, I know you might not like Tank, but geez, you can't do that, bro. Man, I know you might not like the kid, but you can't do that. Hell no. If he's hating, I'm telling you, bro, he tripping. Talking about popularity, I think you're hearing what they're saying wrong. Nah, they talking, but see that they basing it on the wrong stuff. Like, period. Like, they still having the wrong kind of conversation because Jake Paul don't belong. Like, you got to think. He's trying to make a case that Tank is not in the Hall of Fame. Wallo was kind of saying, like, you don't think so? So Wallo obviously thinks, yeah. And you get what I'm saying? And then he like, well, if that's the case, he's alluding that Tank is just popular. He hasn't put in any work. I'm not hearing it wrong. I'm hearing it the right way because he's comparing him to Jake Paul, who hasn't put in nowhere near that type of work. So that's like a foolish argument. And again, Jake Paul is popular, but he's different. He's not popular within boxing. He had a totally different following and came into boxing. Tank got a real, actual following. Don't know hardcore real boxing fans is following Jake Paul, man. Again, that's wild for him to even compare the two. That's crazy. That's wild. That's man. That ain't something you could compare. That's all. Hell nah. Jake Paul, salute to him though, but nah, you ain't you can't compare with Jake Paul being popular and going into the Hall of Fame, and because Tank is popular. Like, that's nah. He actually put in work, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to really acknowledge everybody else that put in work. You're not the only one that put in work. Them dudes really put in work. All right, magnificent. What's good with it? Jake Paul pays for the fights. Fans pay for the fights. They do. Tank is in the ring with real boxers. Jake Paul just playing games. Junior and look, Junior, respect to Jake Paul. I think he's taking that approach because he has no amateur background. He dived headfirst into boxing as a professional. So I don't expect him to go get these dangerous ass fighters. But again, when he talk a certain way, people expect certain a certain level of competition in the ring with him. But I'm not fooled by that. He's supposed to talk how he talking. He's selling tickets. He got people paying attention and it's working for him. But with no real amateur background to speak of, like, I'm not surprised that he's taking the approach he's taking. And like I said, it's been working so far. So we'll see. Rodzilla, what's good with it? Rod, how you feeling, bro? Told you Devin is hating, Joe's trying to discredit. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you, and I'm just being real, Zane. If you can't, Like the way they trying to draw the comparison. Like there's no comparison between Jake Paul really and Tank Davis. If you want to say popularity, yeah, but they're popular different. Tank wasn't a YouTuber. Tank wasn't a Disney kid and all that type of shit. You get what I'm saying? They're totally different following, bro. Totally different following. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, that's bogus activity. The fact that the conversation went that long with Jake Paul being in the Hall of Fame is wild to me. But anyway, and even if, you know, that's just my opinion. Like, I ain't about to be sensitive about it. I ain't running with that weird ass shit. That shit sound crazy to me. Jake Paul and Tank Davis don't belong in the same conversation. Hall of Fame and Jake Paul don't belong in the same sentence nor conversation. Someone in the Hall of Fame, it all depends, man. But listen, if I'm going off of what he's saying, magnificent, he's basing it off of popularity. His accomplishments. He's saying he beat Lomachenko, who's in the Hall of Fame, and he was undisputed. That's his two major accomplishments that he feel like is getting him in the Hall of Fame. He beat a guy that was in the Hall of Fame in Lomachenko, and he undisputed at lightweight. So he feel like that gets him in. So, and then when it comes to Tank, he's just saying basically Tank will be going in there just all popularity. Like, he's not acknowledging none of the work he put in. And then he brought up Jake Paul. If that's the case, then Jake Paul should go in because Jake Paul is popular. So again, I'm not hearing it wrong. I'm hearing it right. He's just not acknowledging the work that an actual fighter in Gervonta Tank Davis put in. That's all I'm saying. I ain't no damn fool. I hear it. I ain't listen. I'm gonna let y'all say if he hating or not. I ain't even gotta go there. I'm just saying he not acknowledging it. And you ain't gonna tell me the minute he brought up Jake Paul was the minute he didn't acknowledge the work that Tank Davis put in, because it's not the same. That shit ain't nothing the same. Tank just popular. Why you calling his name? I thought he only wants to fight the best. Boop, 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 boop. You get me? You get me, Zenith? You get me? Y'all make sure y'all smash the like button, man. I keep smashing the like button, man. We're gonna keep rocking out, man. But that's just what it is with me. What the hell? Who was that? What the hell? My bad, y'all. Stupid somebody phone call, man. Y'all smash it like B Diddy and Devin. Wish they was Tank. I mean, I tell you, they want that popularity. I ain't mad at it though, because you're supposed to want the absolute most for yourself, right? But it's a way to go about it. You ain't gotta be unrealistic, but it is what it is. We're gonna keep playing this. It's toward the end, y'all, and then we're gonna move on.
We're not Tank the biggest, right? But Tank, we talking about boxing. We not talking about outside of boxing.
Right. What we saying is it's a new era where people are huge without accomplishing those huge accomplishments yet. You feel what I'm saying? That's why.
How big is Ryan Garcia?
That's why if you got somebody like Shakur Stevenson, right? You can understand why he'd be visibly frustrated, because he's like, Ryan Garcia just made $30 million. I'm a silver medalist at the Olympics.
Right. Talk to him, Gil.
I feel like I would beat the shit out of Ryan.
Oh, no, he would, without a doubt.
But I'm not making
Tell him, Wallo.
money. So, and you will start to feel like, wow.
Facts,
Cuzzo. But Ryan Garcia got 10 million, 12 million, 15 million, and Shakur might got 1 million. So on social, so it's a difference. Is it right? I don't think it's right, but it's a difference. So at the end of the day, you got some dudes that's more popular, but they ain't accomplished more. And it don't be about belts, it be about money with the new guys.
Yeah.
Because if I don't never got to fight a champion and I can make $30 million.
See, but the problem is with that, when Ryan made this, he was fighting a champion. I don't give a damn what nobody trying to say. Tank is a champion. So you was fighting a champion. It ain't like you ain't make that $30 million just fighting any like Joe Schmo. Like you had to fight the guy to make that type of money. That's why I say, man, like some people gonna be the guy because of maybe the certain fights that they take. Some people gonna be the guy just because everybody waiting to see him fight, no matter who it is. And then they gonna fight those guys. Like it just all depends on what you like at the end of the day. That Regis belt is a champ. Yeah, he took the belt from Regis. He fought a champion in Regis. The question is not if he fought champions.
$30 million.
I'm just saying, he talking about Ryan. He's saying $30 million. Neither of them Regis ain't made no $30 million. Ryan made that money, and he made that money fighting Tank. So he's saying, if I ain't got to fight a champion, I can make $30 million. But I just had to point out the $30 million that he's alluding to that was made by Ryan was him fighting an actual champion in Tank Davis. I don't care about no rehydration calls, bullshit, none of that. He was fighting the champion.
Different. If the tables was turned, what would you?
And a very accomplished fighter, whether people want to acknowledge it or not.
The Vanderkoys control this city.
I mean, just what it is. Fact remains is all of these dudes have accomplished things. They have different paths, different roads they traveled. They all been successful by and large, and I think their biggest challenges is still in front of them. That's all of them.
No,
can't take nothing from none of these dudes. They all winners.
You can't feed your
care which one you like more. They all winning.
You know, at the end of the day, this how I take care of my family. This how I feed my family. But you know, I want the accolades. I want to be a great in the sport. I want my name to be remembered with the greats, and that's why I went down the route that I went, and that's why I'm earning the money that I earned, because I'm fighting the top guys, the best guys in the world. I'm putting it all on the line every single time, and that's why I went down the route that I went, and that's why I'm earning the money that I earned, because I'm fighting the top guys, the best guys in the world. I'm putting it all on the line. I want to be a great in the sport. I want my name to be remembered with the greats, and that's why I went down the route that I went, and that's why I'm earning the money that I earned, because I'm fighting the top guys, the best guys in the world. I'm putting it all on the line every single time, not for the money, but for the legacy, for my name to be remembered. But I'm getting rewarded in the process.
You got
peace and blessings, Randy. How you feeling? I mean, I thought I was taught to congratulate the people I want to be like. David, I hating on the guy he want to be like. That's big. That's a bar, cuzzo. D for the win. What's good with it? I just had to let that part marinate. Yeah, like that's the problem people have, and you can't keep saying you fighting the best guys if the best guy is a C+ fighter. That shit don't make no sense. That's all I'm saying. Say what you want. Call that shit hate. It's a reality. You said it yourself. That's not one of the best guys. He ain't accomplished. He ain't got no resume to speak of. He's just popular, and he's not one of the best guys. He's one of the most popular guys, and that's who you fighting. So you can't keep saying you putting it all on the line every single time and fighting the best guy. Ryan is not even the best guy in no weight class. You don't even know if he really at 140. I think this would be his first fight officially at 140. Show me another fight officially what Ryan had at 140. I don't even think he had one. Then on top of that, I just feel like Ryan is not the best guy, neither is Regis. I'll give you it with Loma, but he was one of the best guys. He wasn't the best guy. Simple and plain.
My man, your dad, Bill Haney.
Watch for the hook, 420.
Your dad is going to the end. About you
right, Cal.
And I'm talking about his promotional game. It's like,
that's all fight game. They're talking to the casuals.
For sure. I don't care what nobody said.
For sure.
Facts, Deontay. I know it. I could name him without looking too.
And he just doing it because he a dad, and he, you know what I'm saying, this truly how he is. This how he feel about me. So he ain't gonna let nobody talk bad about me. He gonna argue you down. That's and that's how most dads is, but just the world doesn't see it. He doing it at the highest level. He argue with, you got 5 followers and you following 6,000 people who still argue you down just because that's the type of father that he is. And that's how most fathers should be.
Do you think growing up, having your dad in your
he was said the man, he was a career lightweight. He was a 135 pounder, and he brought him up to like a catch weight of 143 or something, said. Career lightweight, Duarte was. Yeah. His next fight, July 6th? July 6th? He said that's 7 months into the year. Yeah, but you think he had to rehab a little bit and get back into it, so it ain't too bad. I think it'll be, let me see, it'd be close. It'd be a little bit he been out the ring, but I think he'd be all right.
It was the key ingredient to you being who you are today, 100%.
Yeah, it was a catch weight, right? Yeah, it was a catch weight. And dude was a career lightweight. All his fights was at lightweight, except for that one.
Because we live in a time now where
a
lot of times.
And notice they critique a certain somebody. I ain't even gotta say his name for bringing guys up, fighting a smaller guy. This dude really brought up a career lightweight and stopped him and wanted the utmost credit for it.
Yeah. So how important is that to you and your success in just life?
Yeah, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my father.
It don't make sense, Gene. Something ain't making sense.
And I'm following it. I've been following it, and it got me here. It worked. It's still working, and I wouldn't want to no other way. Guys They say that a father-son duo doesn't work in boxing.
This is why I rock
guys
with
get to the top, and then they seem to fall out when they start getting some money or whatever, when they get some fame or whatever. But with us, it only made us closer. It only makes us better. You know, that we achieving our goals and our milestones.
How did you feel when you seen Bernard go through that little debacle with your dad?
I ain't gonna lie, I was pissed off. I ain't like that shit at all. But I mean, my pops can definitely handle himself, obviously. But you know, I was pissed off. I didn't like the way that situation went, and I was supposed to go with him, but
guys.
I was in LA, so I ain't go. But
true.
I wish I was there.
Yeah, I thought it was a little.
Man, Dad said he wish he was there.
It was some corny shit. It was just corny.
Bernard, my man, but I thought it was some corny shit.
Yeah, it was just corny.
But it was light. It was a little shove. They act like somebody got destroyed or something.
Bernard is that, you know, like, come on, man, what we'll be doing? Like, we going to the bathroom with it.
Yeah, and you're not going to the bathroom, so you're just talking. So it's corny, but it's boxing. What can you expect? A lot of this should be corny.
Top 5. Who the top 5 promoters in boxing?
Promoted in company.
I don't care about the top 5, but that was a good build. Salute the $1 million worth of game, and salute the dad, man. That was fun to listen to. It was funny. Listen to some of that stuff, break it down with y'all. At the end of the day, man, you got to fight for 20, man. You got Ryan up on the docket. Like I keep saying, it is fight week. Let's see who delivers. You know what I'm saying? Let's see who really stand on everything they've been pushing. You know what I mean? Is it going to be Ryan? Is it going to be Devin? This is why with Devin, he cannot promote himself without tearing someone else down. There's always another, man, you know it. Which matchup from 5-5 interests you the most? You know what? Right off the bat, Gertz, I like Nick Ball and Raymond Ford. I really do. I think that's a nice little treat right there. Nick Ball and Raymond Ford right off the top. I seen Raymond Ford there holding his belt at the press conference. I like it, bro. I want to see what Raymond Ford do in there with Nick Ball. I think that's gonna be a fun fight to watch. When he pushed Loma. Yeah, it wasn't corny when he pushed Loma, right? The Jam gonna have to right. He ain't five time. Dad fighting Ryan. Can we stop the cap? Yeah, he is. Yeah, with a smoke bill and probably got dead at an old age. Yeah, be hot. I suggest not going that be hot. Yeah, he made a good move without going into the bathroom. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all smash the like button like the Queen said, man. But yeah, I didn't suggest him going in there. That was a smart move, not going in there. It's a good move, Bill. Good move. But salute to Dad, man. That was a cool little interview, man. Again, you know, here's some takeaways from that. He still feel like him and Tank could fight. Like that's a fight that's gonna happen. He said feel like it's a matter of time. So hopefully, if he feels like that, hopefully they look, you know, they actually try to make that fight in the near future. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. It sounds good, but it's a lot of different things that he said. You just don't know which way he's gonna go with it first. Because on one end, he's saying that's the biggest fight in boxing. Now, I mean, and the fight gonna happen, but then on another end, you hear him talking about, you know, fighting at 47. His pop saying they could fight at 54 right now. Him saying he want undisputed at 140. So it's a lot. It's a lot of different. Like he got some ways that he could play this and go with it. So I just don't know which way he gonna go because it's a lot of different stuff that he says. So we just gonna see. It's done it for 8 times. Yeah. Some of them do like 7 times. I think who fought, man? Who was it? Because was it Tiger Johnson? I think that fought about 7 times. 6-7 times in a year. You say just you do your man and Keyshawn on the collision course. Who that? Who and Keyshawn on the collision course? Today's boxers fight that little now because of the health concerns back then. Yeah, they didn't have the studies like they do now. Yeah, some of the early, like some of the young prospects be getting that work like that early. Some of them been getting like moved like that 5-6 fights. Some of them been early. They be getting it, but it always seemed to slow down just a bit. Whatever they're doing is not working. He ain't getting none of any fans. Fight still losing money. He still, you know, fighters with bigger names and he ain't fought. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough, bro. Like, that's tough. That's tough, man. Like I said, shit, man, we in the stretch now, man. The fight this Saturday. So it ain't selling now, boy. I don't know. I just don't know, y'all. Abdullah Mason been active so far this year. Yeah, he's another one. Young dude that stays active. You see Richard Torres. Oh nah, Ace. I think I answered that. That's gonna be a shootout because Richard Torres only know one way, Ace. But I don't see them lining them dudes up no time soon with each other. But it would be that kind of fight. I would put my money on Jared because he's just more technically more sound, more polished boxer. Nah, John Wick, he said you couldn't pay him no amount of money to fight Keyshawn. Said you couldn't pay him no amount of money to fight him. And it run a little deep with them, man. So from what I understand, so that's just like, put it this way, man. For the people that can understand, it's gonna be people that do, people that don't. For what it's worth, blood, from what I understand, wouldn't really make them no closer. So I think when you look at that, that's just as good as somebody fighting a brother, and he ain't doing it. He already said it. I know money talks though, so maybe you revisit that if somebody make an offer you can't refuse. But I think that the thing with that is, bro. They in and around the same people and camp and stable, so I don't see it. And on top of that, yeah, they just ain't at that point in their careers. Like they not at that bridge where people are asking for them to fight. Andy Cruz come in doing 10 rounders. I believe so. But that's because he, spent so much time in the amateurs, Ronnie. That's what it be. People be spending all that time in the amateurs like that, and they usually move him a lot faster. Like he can't afford to be moved slowly. Andy Cruz. Ask Devin if he more accomplished. How has Tank and Shakur beat more champions and Devin got the most fights? I need that explained. Yeah, that shit don't make no sense. I think that what they do, Zenith, is they put an extreme amount of stock into the undisputed thing, Zenith, if that makes sense to you. That's what they do. So to most people, or not to most people, to most people making a case for him over the other two, that's what they'll go to. They'll be like, well, he's undisputed. They're going to say that like that's everything. So, I mean, I don't know if I weigh being undisputed in one weight class over having belts in 3 different weight classes and being unified in one. I don't know. Like, I don't know if I hold just that accomplishment over. You get what I'm saying? It's tough. Like, I feel like they both did their thing, but you just can't ignore either side. Undisputed, a major kid. Yeah, that's all they talk about. That was the way Kid and Shakur, like her cousin family, tight and everything. Yeah, it's over with for them. So Corey more recently he said no amount of money is gonna make him fight him. Miami Kid Jay was good with a Denver's Tank. Be a mega fight, but honestly speaking, I don't think Mayweather and LB can want to make it happen. We'll see. Time will tell. I'll tell you that though. I just don't see it that way though. I mean, I see Tank being willing to fight any and all of these dudes. But before I wrap up with Dad, what else did he
Who is the top fighters, man, out here, right? Top.
We did that already. Top fighters. He did promise a knockout, I believe.
Back, gonna trust that canvas on 420.
I guarantee you, wallahi, I promise you, I'm knocking Ryan out.
That's good. All right, well, y'all already done heard it. And
he didn't promise to see that I'm levels above this dude. Like I said, he's a C-level fighter. I'm an A+ fighter, and I'm gonna show it.
See? There's no way a C-level, A+ fighter fighting a C-level fighter is fighting the best fighters in the world. That's all I'm saying. People be so sensitive to that, like I'm not telling the truth. So I'm gonna play it again for y'all that didn't catch it. Guaranteeing knockouts.
Back, gonna trust that canvas on 420.
I guarantee you, wallahi, I promise you, I'm knocking Ryan out.
That's good. All right, well, y'all already done heard it. And he didn't promise to see
that I'm levels above this dude. Like I said, he's a C-level fighter. I'm an A+ fighter, and I'm gonna show it.
And Ryan talking crazy. Ryan said he ain't losing to somebody that can't read. He said he trying to be Floyd so bad. He said Dad couldn't read or some weird stuff like that. Lying to try to trick y'all into buying them tickets. Yeah, he said he guaranteed. He put that on. He put that, yeah. Cosmic, you a fool, bro. You are a fool, man. You a fool. You crazy, man. He said he won't get close enough. Nah, it's gonna be a rough rough night for King Rye though. He's kind of say that Tank and Ryan was an exhibition. Now him and Ryan, it's an actual fight. Yeah, that's tough. So yeah, every time it never gets a knockout or tries to knock him out. Yeah, selling that knockout is tough. But we know it is fight week. We do have a fight coming up for 20. May the best man win. Like I said, I know Devin is focused. We'll see how focused Ryan is, and we'll see what kind of work he put in once he get in that ring. Bill Live now, he's saying Devin, the new king of New York. Ah, man, boy, you gotta love it, yo. 40 mil bill, man. Coming to his mainstream. Nah, I think at some point, Knight Rider, they gotta stop saying it. I think at some point, like, how old do, like, cause the Lord, I just heard Jose Benavidez Jr. say in his fight against Charlo, he was coming into his man strength, and he like 30 something, I think. So I don't know. Maybe I just think at a certain point you don't come into your man strength. You just are who you are. Like, you got to chill with that. Said we were that kid for 5 years now. How long we been here? Devin coming into his man strength is crazy. Yeah, it's wild. Get out of there, Deb. Get out of there. Said they got New York this morning. They've been saying it for 5 years now. Yeah, I heard the venue was empty though. I heard it's empty. Right, Zenith. Yo, Ryan, it's not a good look if you get beat by someone. Yeah. Hey, but look, check this out though. Did y'all hear the way that Ryan was talking about big fish? Nah, bro. Did y'all hear him? Nah, did y'all hear the way King Ryan Garcia was talking about Earl like that? Yo, he bogus, bro. I hope Earl check his temperature when he see him too, yo, for that. He was talking crazy. Let's roll a clip, man. Ryan was wilding on Earl, bro. He was talking crazy. He airing out business. Oh, nah, you ain't here? Well, y'all make sure y'all smash that like button. Sub to the channel if you haven't. We ain't done yet. We gonna keep rocking, man. Let's roll the tape on Ryan shitting on EJ out of nowhere, but I can't even say I'm surprised by this dude no more.
Yo, what's Earl been up to, man?
Fuck Earl.
Damn, from the rip, bro.
What?
Yeah, fuck Earl.
Oh yeah, he ain't with Derrick James no more.
Yeah, exactly. You ain't Derrick James. Fuck you, motherfucker. You folded. You didn't want to pay him some money. That's fucked up. It's all business, but still, at the end of the day, some fucked shit up. How I pay him more on a fight I made less? The fuck? Come on, motherfucker. Fucking.
Because y'all had different agreements,
He's been
Goofy.
with you your whole career. Fuck is wrong with you? How I pay Derrick more on a fight I made less? Let him know.
Nah, this the part right here where I don't root for him. He bugging. Throwing my boy.
So what was the split all about? Like, it was just about money?
What else?
He said he must get a 3% discount from DJ when he talked down to Earl.
I mean, it wasn't Derrick's fault what happened that night, man. Earl looked like he was...
Bro, Earl was high as fuck.
No, he said he was high, y'all.
He was like, he looked like he was high.
Dog, the motherfucker didn't even form a sentence. The fuck?
Look what he doing. He talking crazy. He said EJ was high,
he looked weird, going like, in the warm-ups and shit. And I know Terrence Crawford pretty good, but he not that much better than him like he did him, bro. Come on, he knocked him down with a jab.
Tupac Garcia, they hit him up. Y'all don't want me to go to that.
Earl has been.
Y'all heard to hit him up this?
Pray for Earl. Prayers going up for her.
You think Rolly gonna recover from that fight with what's his name, Pitbull?
Lord no.
This dude was talking crazy about my guy,
Nigga's
Big
career
Fish.
is
Big
over.
Fish, get on his ass. Get on his helmet,
Yeah.
B. Get on his helmet for that Earl thing. Was shaking on his ass when they meet up. I'm telling
I mean,
you.
it looked like. Let me ask you something. So, did he ever have a chin before the Tank fight, or he always just had a a glass jaw?
No, he had a little bit of a jaw before. Bro, at the end of the day, bro, he built his career off of trying to say that he beat me. Motherfucker
Yeah,
stupid.
sparring, right?
Nah, he built his
Bro, he
career off
didn't beat
beating
me,
your
bro.
ass in
Straight the
that
whole
sparring
sparring,
match.
bro. He didn't beat me. I fucking outboxed him the first time around. He said you were running. I literally was fighting next week and I was low as fuck. I was 130 at that time. He was 180. I fought a motherfucker at 180 and I'm 130. Like, motherfuckers, what? Fuck. I
That's
would have
probably why he
knocked
was
that bitch
punching you
out
from
if I
pillar
was
to
at his
post.
weight class. And I was young as fuck. I was 19, 20. Yeah, younger. I was 18. Motherfucker was older than me and at 180. And I beat his ass the first time around. Easy. What the fuck?
It
Nah,
looked
that
like you
sparring
can beat
say
him with
something
like a
different.
good
Ryan Bowie
jab,
was on
good
your ass,
1-2,
bro.
because he's a pressure fighter and he can't fight going backwards either. So that's two things. I know that left hook was a problem for him.
Bro, I fucked him up, bro. I hit him with some hard ass fucking punches. Bro's a bum.
I mean,
Nah, Ryan,
he
I beg to
actually,
differ, bro.
when I was watching him
Bro,
and
he was
Tank fight
kicking your
last
ass
night,
in the sparring match.
and that motherfucker actually hurt Tank, but he just didn't know how to finish him.
Bro, he's whooping his ass. He was whooping Tank's ass.
He was whooping
Yeah, but
Tank ass
Tank
is
a slow
crazy.
starter, you know what I mean? But he got him. He got him with some good hard shots. He just got to finish up. He shouldn't have been walking towards him. He should have went ahead and jumped on him, because once Tank get that download, it's kind of technical.
If Tank fight me right now, straight up, he's dead. Like I killed that motherfucker. You know what they did to me, bro? They had a straight fucking
If you fight
Hydration
Tank right
pause shit or
now,
something
Tank
like that.
out of here.
bro. You know how hard it is to fight dehydrated? You motherfuckers can't even play ping pong dehydrated. You can't even get on spaces dehydrated. I'm fighting in front of millions of people dehydrated as fuck. The fuck?
Now, I can't even co-host a space without a little bottle of water. That's facts.
Man, we don't care
I can't
about
even
you
run my mouth
co-hosting
without
your
a glass
space
of
with
water.
a bottle
Facts.
of
Okay
water.
then. So imagine
I
me
hate when
fighting
they
in front
dick
of the
ride.
world. The
Facts.
biggest fight
We
of my
are
life,
facts.
dehydrated.
It ain't no
Come on now.
facts. It ain't facts, bro.
I'm a dog.
He
You
said he
got you
was
gotta you
good. He
gotta
said
admit that
Tank
I'm a
was
dog.
dumb. He was making him believe he wasn't good. He said he's so dumb. He's easy to fool. This is what he said. Get your ass out of here, man.
What's Earl been up to, man?
Fuck error.
He was shitting on EJ, man. That wasn't refreshing to hear, I gotta say, man. Crying about Tank. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Always whining, bro. Whining. But I don't know, man. I just, that didn't fully surprise me to see him go in like that. But remember, man, your situation ain't as complex or as deep or as, you ain't been with DJ as long as Errol have. So I think it was weak for him to speak on the situation like that and out it over some damn spaces. Like, you getting a little bit too loose with your mouth, man, and you're gonna end up burning some bridges, man. I could see him apologizing to Earl when it's all said and done. Maybe he's gonna wait till he get his ass whooped or run into Earl, then maybe it'll be something different. But I ain't like that energy to be talking like that. You know what I mean? Tank living rent free in both of them dudes' heads, man. Listen, I mean, it's hard to argue that he not, Jay, because his name come up just as much as their name in a damn interview. Like, his name is the most talked about each and every time they interview. They got a fight coming up, and they still continuously talk more about Tank than their opponent. That's crazy. Waiting WBC at 148 last week. Well, he was the morning of the Tank fight. Yo, for real, bro. For real. And on top of that, Zenith, you know what else where he shot himself in the foot with that dehydrated shit? He said he don't rehydrate that much anyway. So the rehydration thing don't even bother him because he don't rehydrate that much. He was saying this out his own mouth, bro. This dude, man, y'all go ahead and believe The reason Tank beat him because he was dehydrated all you want. I ain't running with that. Tank beat him because he's a better fighter. The better fighter won the fight. Simple for me. Better fighter won. That dude just be talking, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you. His ass just be talking. And it'd be a lot of times it'd be about nothing. Says you ain't got to run with it. Tank did it in real life. I ain't no Connor. He said, who you got? Raymond Ford, Nick Ball. Jersey all the way. Ian. Jersey all the way, Ian. Jersey all the way, bro. I'm rocking with Raymond Ford in that one. Think he the better fighter. Nick Ball is nice, but I think Raymond Ford is a better fighter. Omega Red in the building. What's good, family? That's what you call the face of boxing, where your name always has to come up no matter who else you fight. Now that's true. That's true. Slogan one. That's what I'm saying. Like, it is. Who said who wins the 5 versus 5? Man. Big Supreme was good with it. He said Nick Ball is a dirty fighter. I think he was just frustrated with Buddy ass. I think he was frustrated with dude. I really do. I think he was frustrated with Ray Vargas doing all that holding or whatever it is he was doing in there, man. I'm from England, Nick Ball. Yeah, nah, Nick Ball is good though. Nick Ball is good. JQ Alderman was good with it. I think he was cracking Ray Vargas ass. Horry Faints in the building. JBT family was good, fam. And salute to England. I like Nick Ball though. He tough and he come to fight. That's why I like him. Tough and he come to fight. Tough and he come to fight. Damn, bro say who gonna win? I don't know, man. I had to look over all the matchups. Zanga Wilder. Man, you know the Bomb Squad fan in me, Gertz, want to just say Wilder. You know what I mean? But look, I'll be realistic about it, right? Wilder got to return to form for him to win this fight against Zhang. And Zhang is a pretty strong, pretty heavy hitter, man. So Wilder gonna have to be smart in this fight. You get what I'm saying? He's gonna have to recapture that hunger, that drive back, or it's gonna be very hard to win. You know what I'm saying? Wilder, my guy, you already know, but it's a very difficult fight if you just don't have that mentality, that killer instinct, that thing that separates you from other fighters. And that's what's his belief and confidence in himself and his willingness to believe he can get it done. You know what I'm saying? Tank didn't make anyone. So yeah, right. He said too many things though. He said too many things to me, bro, that let me know it wasn't about him being drained. He just didn't win. He didn't win that fight because he just wasn't the better fighter. 296 in his last battle. Yeah, you gotta take it. You gotta take advantage of that. No, I got you, Gertz. Always, man. You know, anytime, bro. You got something, just throw it out there. I got you, my guy. Creole to travel, because that's a tough fight. And I know, you know, I'm just being straight up. Wilder, my guy. I like him, win, lose, or draw, but I for him to win that fight, he got to be him. And we know what that is. That's that one thing that separated him from all fighters. Even if you felt like he wasn't the most skillful guy, it was his confidence, his willingness to want to hurt that other dude. And we was talking about this before. I was talking about this with my good brother, Ant McQueen. We was saying, like, this dude went from, I want a body on my record. Remember that, to like when he knocked out Helenius, he cried in a presser. Like, do you get what I'm trying to say? I'm not trying to read into it too much, but sometimes you get to a certain level of success, or you reach a point where you might not be able to get up for it like you once did. So you get what I'm trying to say? So it's one of them situations where this was the same dude that was like, I want a body on my record. No, I'm saying I want a body. Like, and I think we all believed him when he said it. You get what I'm saying? So it went from that to like he got a family, like, and he felt so passionate. And like Haney is a big boy. He made it to fight Anthony Joshua and got knocked out. Think about it. We critique Anthony Joshua a lot. Anthony Joshua sparked his ass and kept it pushing. Wilder felt for him. So I'm just saying, like, he's just at a different point in his career. He got to recapture that hunger and wanting to knock these dudes' heads off and no mercy. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, Wilder just is an anomaly in the sport of boxing. I'm always look at him like that. He could lose the rest of the fights that he have, and I'm still rocking with him. But I'm going to still be real when somebody asks me to make an assessment. Who I'm rocking with, Wilder. And I love Zane because he repping Jersey. So it's a good fight. I like both guys. But, you know, if I had to say who was my guy that I'm rocking with, is Wilder. But he got the more uphill battle because of, you know, I just think he had a much different point. And I hope him and Malik Scott is able to recapture some of that, what made Wilder what he is. And that's just hard to deal with when he's as confident as what he is, right? He believed that he can get you out of there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, girl. You can't be out there. That's not gonna cut it. Not against Zane throwing them punches straight down the pipe and being a big puncher. Bro used to talk so much about Ryan on the Mayweather channel. He's not wrong. Yeah. You seen a recent video where Rolly was standing there and Ryan walked right by him? It was weird. They ain't even acknowledge each other, just walk right by him. Crazy. Ryan did all that over 16 ounces. Shaking my, all we had to do was make 135. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Fight game. That lack of discipline, bro. Lack of discipline. And he just used that as an out. Keep saying drained. I'm not trying to hear that. But Ryan, Devin, you want to call out smaller guys. Yeah. Zine, if Ryan just pulled up Oscar Duarte, who was a career lightweight, 135-pounder, and snatched him up to a catch weight of 143, can somebody please explain to me why was he fighting at another catch weight and it had nothing to do with Tank Davis? And keep giving him excuses about him being weight drained. No, he lacks discipline. Stop giving a guy that lacks discipline an out like that. He lacked discipline. Straight up and down, he do. He lacked discipline, bro. And that just what I see. I've watched him long enough to know that dude ain't the most disciplined fighter out there. And when we keep giving him outs, even after he went on record for saying that he wasn't drained in these situations and stuff like that, and then he said after he lose, hell no, I'm not giving that to him. That's what I'm saying, Big Supreme. Absolutely not, bro. I mean, he's fighting at catch weights and bringing guys up, but I guess we're going to let it slide because it's Ryan. Mr. OS said, salute to the queen. Why hasn't he fought a 140-pounder? It's my guess is just as good as yours, y'all. My guess is just as good as yours. But we're going to see what they do in this fight. And my thing is, I'm pretty sure Errol Spence heard all that slick shit he was just saying about him. I'm pretty sure he ain't like none of it. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. And Duarte bigger than Regis. And he was a damn lightweight, a career lightweight. Seeing BK was good with it. But Mr. I'm eating tacos, right? Remember? He was saying, yeah, he's so dumb. I just want him to, he's so dumb, he'll believe anything. Like, yeah, I just want him to think. Like, the art of war. He was like, yeah, he's dumb. He's so dumb. You don't remember he was calling Tank dumb while he was shoving tacos down his throat? Come on, man. Not giving that dude no out about no weight drain garbage. That's an undisciplined fighter. How dare y'all make an excuse like that for him? You get what I'm saying? We wouldn't give nobody else that type of excuse. Y'all make sure y'all smash the like button, man. We gonna keep rolling. We ain't done just yet. Nah, yeah. About making a weight, take it or leave it, right, man. He signed up for it, bro. You know what I'm saying? He signed up for it. And then he proceeded to have more catch weight fights after that. Like, this dude fighting catch weights and stuff regularly, man, without no Tank involved. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Right. Go your ass and fight him then. Fight the boogeyman. Fight the boogeyman. You know what I'm saying? Fight the boogeyman, Matias, man. They don't want to deal with him.
Yo, Progray, when you see this video, this interview, please give me the opportunity to show the world. I'm gonna send you to the hospital after the fight. Me. Please give me the opportunity. I'm gonna send you to the hospital, and you know it.
Yeah, straight like that. Matias, salute to my baby girl, the queen, Miss Justu. I appreciate you, baby girl. Ryan switched that weight at the last minute on Duarte because he wasn't gonna make that weight. You know it, fight game, but we keep giving him outs. That's all I'm saying. I'm not even trying to knock Ryan. I'm just saying I think y'all need to revisit that whole dream topic and understand that you're talking about a dude that just don't be is disciplined. This is the same dude that claimed he was smoking and drinking, right? Like he did. This is what he said, bro. What is it? What did he say here? Because he was tripping, bro. Was tripping, man. Check him out. Said, breaking news. Smoke weed to get high. It really works. I'm high as F, allegedly. Passed every drug test, but I'm high. This is what he's saying. Like, I think he playing, you know, games here, but this is what this dude be talking about. He out here calling out Crawford. He bogus. See, this is why I know you ain't focused on the task at hand. Talking about I respect Crawford and what he has reached, but I want to kick his ass just cuz. Let's go. Yeah, all right. Hey, Crawford ain't the one. Crawford is Mr. Focus on your fight for you not make it to your fight. I'm pretty sure Crawford seen this and ain't even bad at all. He probably like, yo, I ain't taking this dude serious. Suits the big supreme in the super show. So yo, I hear what happened. Matias voice. Yo, I hear. I got you. I got you. I gotta roll the footage for you one time. I got you, man. I got you. Where you at?
The really best 140 is here. No Teófimo, Pussy. No Ryan. Who is Ryan? No Haney, Chicken. No Rolling. He's a joker. And the world knows. So, what happened? I'm here. Who going to fight with me? Who?
And he meant what he said. Y'all heard what he said. You heard what bro said. He ain't playing with you either. I love that call out, though. That's always going to be funny. Matias is a funny dude, though. I can't wait to see his fight against Liam Parrow. I think that's going to be a good scrap for both of them. It's going to be a damn good fight. But Ryan better get his stuff together, man. He out here saying EJ was high against Terrence Crawford. That's wild. If he ain't got no proof of that and he's just guessing it and throwing it out there, you know people going to take it and run with it. I don't think he should be doing that. Speaking about their money situation openly like that, I think that's sucker shit. You trying to act as if you more loyal to Derrick James than what they've been all the years they've been together. And then highlighting like how much like you paid him this. And I just think that's in bad taste. I think Ryan, tighten up, bro. I think that's weak as hell. I get it. You loyal to Derrick James, but you don't got to shit on Errol Spence. You got to think that's the same dude that welcomed you into his gym and all that type of stuff. And he could have been against Derrick James bringing you in. So who knows? I always said, and I remember joking about it, but I always said, I wonder how long Errol Spence would be there, being that he got Ryan and Anthony Joshua. And I guess we got an answer. I was joking when I said it, but I guess I got an answer. Play the Boots video. Oh, I gotta I gotta get it and download it. Did you sent it to me, I think, right? Hold on, let me look for it. Let me see. Let me look for it real quick. Morrell announced on Twitter that he's heading to 175. He chasing Benavidez, Bole. He 100% chasing Benavidez. He chasing Benavidez right now. Gotta be 100% he chasing Benavidez. None of them wanted with Subriel. He dangerous, bro, and I just don't think that's a guy that a lot of people want to deal with. Respectfully, like, you know, it's more. Matias seemed like one of those cross the bridge when we get there type of fights. But I can tell you that it was a certain somebody that said, you know, Matias was their dream fight. So maybe we'll get that fight. Because he did say he bullied the bullies. And he said Matias is his dream fight on top of that. So maybe the bully will fight Matias next. Because he said so. You know, people usually give him all the credit in the world when he say he's going to fight something. Said that right. He said some of y'all want that to happen so bad. I usually use the one where Dave like he was punching him though. Today I just used this one because salute to JCG Designs too for designing that poster too. By the way, man, y'all check him out on Instagram. He always got dope fight posters. JCG Designs, man. He got some dope work. But yeah, I put this because Ryan was doing all this trash talking. You know what I mean? So I think that represented what he thinks is going to happen, but I don't know about that. Boots had no issue with hydration calls and fighting bigger opponents. Not trying to hear that. Yeah. Nope. Bully. Thomas say he's a bully. Polyester cabin. Salute to Big Supreme, man. What's Andy Cruz, David Morrell, Two Red Matiz, Afro Latinos applying pressure. Hold on, I gotta upload this. Parrow not an easy fight for the Yoker. Now I think Parrow could test him, but I'm interested to see what Liam Parrow's power is how it's going to affect Subriel, because I already know that's a big determining factor in how the fight going to play out. If that dude can't keep Matiz honest, it's going to be one of them fights. It's going to get interesting real quick, real fast. Ryan out here, he the one running around talking about how he high. This dude is something else, man. Something else different, bro. This dude is a damn character. Said I'm not gonna lie, Parrow might score a knockdown, but he getting stopped. Yeah, they ain't gonna be easy for him next gen. I mean, Big Supreme ain't gonna get Parrow gonna push him. I think so too. It ain't gonna be easy for him, bro. Like, it's gonna be a real fight. He got a real fight on his hands. Yeah, he said I use allegedly. Yeah, because people say a lot, man. Like, it's cool to say you gonna fight a guy until it's really time to fight him. But my thing is, I already know what's about to happen because they're gonna frame him as a duck. The fight ain't gonna happen, and then people gonna be cool with it because they already pretty much doing it. So that's what I think is gonna happen. You're gonna get called a duck. You're not going to see the fight because of it. And people will just be cool with calling a guy like Matiz with a pretty ironclad, reputation for being a real one. He going to get framed as a duck, and that's just going to be it. Because that's how people roll. Adrian Molina in the building. What's good, family? How you feeling, bro? Smash that like button for me, man. Y'all sub to the channel. If y'all David Morrell fought at 175 in the amateurs. Yeah, I think he chasing Benavidez. I think he chasing David up there. I think he want to chase David to 175. I had to my mic for a second, yeah. I think he want to chase David Benavidez up there. Reef said Big Baby was welcome a call out from Luis Ortiz. What you think, Just? It's cool. It's all right. Luis Ortiz is making a comeback. He looking to get back in the ring soon. I know it's not going to be with Big Baby. It's a bit of a jump. I don't think they're going to make that one, but Big Baby has accepted self-accountability in his performance. He said, he needs to tighten up on some things, improve in some areas, as we all probably felt that way and seen that. But I ain't shitting on him the way everybody else was shitting on him. The dude went out there, won every round. He had an opponent in Riyad Murray that wasn't trying to do nothing but survive. He didn't want to open up. I've never seen a guy win every round like this. These last couple years in boxing been interesting. Dudes go out in fights and win every single round, and you'll think they lost the way people critique them. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen, man. So, I mean, it's back to the drawing board, but you go back to that drawing board after a win. Now, it wasn't the most exciting win, but it's still a win, and it wasn't debatable. It wasn't close. He didn't struggle. He didn't get hit too much. I see people questioning, his chin, his heart. He just knocked the guy out in his last fight. Didn't he to fight before this? Didn't he just knock a guy out to fight before this after Charles Martin? Could have swore he did, but he get a lot of pushback and resistance for getting tested against Charles Martin, who was a damn champion, been in the ring with Anthony Joshua, had far more experience as a professional than he did, especially at the higher level. He get tested a little bit, people panic. So the hell with that. Is he? Is that's the Caballero dude? I think they're rich, but I never seen anybody called Beaver Born. Nope. Nah, it's real talk, Big Supreme, because they don't. American Punch, that's why he didn't step on the gas. Hey, what else? But he was saying, you know, my brother was listening in the corner now. What was he saying in the corner? He was telling his corner that, you know, dude is trying to wait and counter him. So he wasn't trying to overextend himself, you know what I'm saying, and get caught with something. So I think that's what he was very aware of. And I just think he had a awkward dance partner. You know what I mean? Some guys just don't make for good dance partners, bro. They don't. Frank Adams fight. Oh yeah, Frank Sanchez, right? Fighting. I thought you was talking about the Caballero dude. Yeah, Aggie. I thought you. Yeah, I'm about to say because Frank Sanchez is fighting him, right? That first round, Mary caught him, and he didn't overextend after that. Yeah, might have caught him, but I don't think it was nothing that It's just like a wake up call. Like you get caught, you like, yeah, I ain't gonna let him hit me with that, so I ain't gonna let him rock me to sleep. And I think that's what Big Baby was doing, man. I'm not mad at it. He's just not a finished product. People treating him like because certain guys have high expectations for him that he ain't supposed to get tested on his way up. He ain't supposed to have his bumps in the road and none of that. You got to think, man. I was talking about this with my bro earlier, man. You got a guy that got a lot of real pressure on him, man. A lot of people depending on him. And my bro made a great point. He said a lot of people can't even go to work knowing they got a damn parking ticket that they need to take care of or something to that effect. This dude getting in the ring, with his legal situation looming where, he could have his freedom snatched. Like, I just don't think people acknowledge the amount of pressure sometimes that these fighters be under. And I get it. It's easy to say, well, he put himself in that situation. That's true indeed. But at the same time, that pressure still exists, man. Some people shit on him for having the moment that he had with Roy Jones. I think that's weak. I think he was very transparent in that moment, like letting you know, look, to me, what I got from that is I'm a talented guy. Look, I just want to box, get in, get my money, and get up out of here. But I think what comes with this responsibility, I think what comes with this talent and skill that he possessed as a fighter, I think came with a lot of responsibility that he, as a young, 23, 24, he wasn't asking for. So I think that's what he was saying in that interview. I don't know. I'm just guessing off of what he said and what it sounded like. I just think he got real pressure on him. He might have made some mistakes that, he definitely got to tighten up on. From what he said he got a lot of people that he could go talk to, that he could rely on to, speak to. So I don't think it's a matter of support for this dude. I just think he just made some immature decisions, like he said, and he owned up to it. He held himself accountable for his performance, even though I don't think he got anything to be apologetic for, even if he was or wasn't. But I mean, it was a fight. You went out there, won every round. Every one of them ain't going to be a knockout. Every one of them ain't going to be the most exciting, man. You just go back to the drawing board. But most importantly, you go back to that drawing board with a win and more experience. We say he don't get enough rounds in, right? You knock everybody out. Well, he went 10 solid rounds with this dude that didn't want to open up and was in there to survive. Let's just call it what it is. Adam was good with it. So it is what it is. And we all know, like, we just want to be honest. I pulled this picture up for a reason. Because we ain't going to act like, nah, bro, we're not about to act like we don't know why all of a sudden he getting all this hate. But I know what time it is. I mean, I know the guy to his right, the guy to his left. I know it's a lot of haters that ain't too fond of them two dudes. So, you know what I mean? Big Baby gonna catch strays, or they gonna lump them all in there together. I think what I see in this picture, including the two coaches in Teray Stevenson and Pre-Nice Brewer, I think, Prentice Brewer, I think you got a lot of talent in this picture. And I think the obvious reason for them not liking Big Baby is because who he associated with, who he rock with. It's not about his performance, because at the end of the day, how bad of a performance could it be if you went out there and won every round? I don't care how people take it. You could take it like however you want. I'm not about to slander no fighter that went out there and won every round. I'm just not doing it. I'm not. Like, yeah, you could say, yeah, you got to work on some things. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah, you go back to the drawing board, tighten up, fix some stuff. You know what I mean? You keep learning, but that's the point, right? That's why you have these fights. That's why you take these fights. That's why you go to rounds. You get the experience, right? It's called experience, and that's what he got Saturday night. So it might not have been the most entertaining, but I ain't trying to hear that because he didn't have the best dance partner either. If dude was so hesitant to engage, Big Baby was, like people said, then Murray should have picked up on that, and he should have capitalized on it. So, like I said, all I seen was a guy that was out there to survive. And I've seen a dude in Big Baby that, because people have such high hopes for him, he's not allowed to win every round but not look less than spectacular. He's not allowed to do that. So Big Baby, Jaron Ennis, I'm letting it be known, I'm rocking with him. Win, lose, or draw. Your haters have arrived. You aligned yourself with the right people, and they about to hate all y'all. Like I said, it's a lot of talent in this picture, from the fighters to the two coaches on the outsides of both sides of this picture. So salute to everybody in this photo. Look, not killing Jared Anderson for not having this stellar performance, right? If he's not the goods and all this stuff anyway, then why the hell are people overreacting about a guy that won every round but didn't knock his guy out? You got to think, bro. You people don't question it when he got the 14, 15 straight knockouts in a row, but he have a couple fights where he don't get knockouts. You get what I'm saying? And all of a sudden, he ain't this. He mid. He ain't that. He at the same time, they saying all of this shit. He's not this. He not that. He ain't the one. He don't really love boxing and all of this. But they at the same token, they saying he need to step it up. So why something don't make sense? Like, why do he need to step it up if he ain't this, if he ain't that? Why step it up then? So it's like, which one is it? The dude is the goods. He a young American heavyweight champion. They mature different at the heavyweight division. You get what I'm saying? Dudes be in their 30s and they don't be considered old. This dude is what, 23, 24? Man, get a man some time is what I'm saying. He ain't got 20 fights in. I'm not saying feel sorry for him or coddle him. He don't need none of that, and I'm pretty sure he's not asking for it. But at the end of the day, stop shitting on fighters for going out there and winning fights. I'm not trying to hear nobody. I don't care about your assessment. Tired of hearing people shit on fighters for going and doing exactly what they supposed to do. You get what I'm saying? Every fight ain't gonna be a knockout. I don't hear nobody saying how the dude really didn't open up. He had 30 plus fights over him, a ton of pro experience. He knew how to survive, and that's exactly what he did. So again, we've seen this type of fight before. I don't understand how, and I ain't saying you can't criticize him for the performance, but how do you critique him more than you do the guy that did nothing? He did nothing, bro. He did absolutely nothing. He did nothing. He just moved around. He said they called him in the parking lot. You stupid, bro. He said he ain't throw that punch after that. Put Jared up against Fabio Worley, and it'll be a different story. Worley will engage. That's true, Adam. I think he will. Matter of fact, I know he will, because of his temperament, bro. Be a good fight. Good fight. But they already looking to get him back in there on a quick return. So he already looking to make another fight and give y'all a better show from the last time out. Like I said, he held himself accountable. He critiqued his own performance. He said he needed to improve. He acknowledged that. That's what you want. He acknowledged the mistakes he made, some immature bad decisions. Some people ain't like that he trolled with the motorcycle or the racing helmet or whatever the case. I give people points. It's entertainment at the end of the day, man. So it is what it is, man. I ain't mad at it. I feel like as long as he learned from it and he able to just keep moving forward and not getting his own way, he'll be fine. Stay committed, stay focused. You got a ton of talent. You got the right team around you. You got the right people around you. Just keep winning. And the hate gonna come as it's gonna come anyway, because you already, with some winners that everybody hates. So salute to Jaron Anderson, man. Good to see him back in the ring. I can't wait to see him back now after this last one. What type of motorbike swag? Yeah, clashing. you ain't like it? You thought it was clashing? Yeah, Remo ain't like the motorcycle swag. You ain't feeling him. You ain't feeling him. Yeah, I forgot Mr. Let's Talk Fashion in the building, Mr. Rich Threads himself. He said motorbike swag classic. He ain't feeling it, bro. Ain't feeling it. Big Supreme mean Frazier. We watched that Matiz by Tar fight. The dude was shooting bombs at Matiz. You definitely gotta bring it. Yeah, you gotta push him. You just gotta push Matiz harder than he pushing you, and that's not the easiest thing to do. That's not the easiest thing for people to do. Platt Boy plays in the building. What's good, family? How you feeling, bro? Jaron Anderson versus Frazier Clark. That'll be another one, Big Supreme. Frazier Clark or Fabio Wardley will both be good fights for Jaron Anderson. But like I said, they're keeping him busy. They're getting him right back in there. Bob Arum is behind him 100%. They looking to move him relatively fast, and that's good for him because he need the experience. He need the seasoning. Like I said, everything ain't bad. It's just like people looked at the fight like he lost because it wasn't exciting. I'm like, yo, how many rounds did he lose? Because to my count, he didn't lose a single round. Man, go out there and win 10 rounds, and it's like, oh, my God, he didn't do that. I'm like, man, on to the next, bro. On to the next. The man had, about 14, 15 straight knockouts before somebody took him the distance, and then people complained about that. So it's like, man, on one end, they was complaining when he was knocking people out, but at the same time, he was getting praised. Then they say he need the rounds. He need to get tested. He need to step it up. He fight a former champion in Charles Martin, and everybody treated it as he was supposed to walk through Charles Martin and was surprised that Charles Martin caught him with some shots that got his attention, that buzzed him. Like, you can't make this up. The dude got real punching power. You can look at his resume, look at the KO ratio, and tell Charles Martin got a legit punch. It's like, you can't make this shit up, man. I'm not tearing that dude down. And salute to FA, man. It was a tight fight, but he got it done. Cecil, what it do, family? FA is right there. Why couldn't they make Anderson versus FA? I like that too, though, Zane. If I ain't gonna lie. I like it. Something tells me they're not all the way ready to do it. I ain't heard anybody say he lost. They said the fight was boring and he didn't turn it on. Yeah, that's the problem, though, IBS. It's like we only see negative, right? You know what I'm saying? It's not about nobody saying he lost. I don't think nobody said he lost either, right? Because that would be foolish. But I think what I am saying is people talk and critique the fight negatively like he lost. He didn't lose, bro. He went out there and won every round. You can say he didn't turn it on, right? Cool, right? But what did Murray do? Did he even turn it up? Did he even come to win? How we more mad at the guy that's pressing the action than the guy that's surviving is mind-blowing to me. I get what the expectation level is for Jaron Ennis. I don't give a damn, though. At the end of the day, you still got to have a good dance partner and somebody that's willing to engage. Look at how the Boots fight went with Karen when he came to engage. Very lackluster, right? Not a very entertaining fight, right? By Boots Ennis standards, right? So it was one of them. Dude gave us several knockouts in a row. Dudes that come to fight, that actually engage, he ended up getting them out of there. That's how I look at that. Yeah, some dudes you just ain't gonna knock out, right? Some guys are he got a ton of experience. I seen that over 30 fights, and that kept playing in my head when I seen the way he was handling these rounds. I'm like, oh, this guy in here not to get knocked out. You know, Jared got some good power, and he liked that, so he gonna approach with caution all night, and that's what he did. Survival mode from round 1 to 10. He opened up maybe twice, 2 or 3 times in the fight. So I'm thinking help. He talked like he don't enjoy fighting, so people gonna give him strong criticism. And again, it's all how you process it, right? For me, I'm not how he talk is how he talk. I think it's being transparent. It sounds to me the disconnect is what fans see in him. They see the potential and the talent and the skill, and they expect and want something from him. And I think it's different than the shit that he's saying. So I'm never gonna be mad at a guy that seems like he know what he want. He don't want to be in this game long. He ain't trying to fight until he in his 30s. You get what I'm saying? He's trying to make his money now. He's trying to get out. So and if you being real, could you blame him? It's boxing is a job, right? It's a job. And that's how he treating it, because at the end of the day, that's how they gonna treat them. You know what I mean? Like, it's a business. So that's how he treating it. Like, yo, this is something that I'm good at. I'm gonna do it so I can get paid. And I think I was having this conversation with my bro Ant McQueen, and he was talking about it. I think was it Joe Frazier that said he didn't really care for boxing and he just was trying to get paid. He was doing it for the money. So and he's a legend, right? So I'm not shitting on no dude for being transparent, being honest, because it seems like what the people want for Jared and what Jared want for Jared is different. I'm not knocking him, bro. He said, look, I want to be in and out. I don't want to be here long. I want to get some fights in. I want to make some money. And if I be champion on the way there, then that's cool. But you know what I mean? I get it. People used to that blood and guts. Yeah, I love the sport and, you know, I eat, sleep and shit. Yeah, that's not everybody's story. And why I can respect it, because he honest about what it is that he on. Like, and he trying to get his and get the hell up out of here. Also clip Boots a couple times. Yeah, but nothing of note, Big Supreme, you know, nothing of note where you could say he really trying to win the fight. You get what I'm saying? That was the problem with Chukadazian, or however you say his name, Karen. He just was. We knew he wasn't coming to win that fight. Match from Queensbury Spectacle, just do Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren have guys come on the stage with masks. Oh damn. They having fun with it, man. They about to have fun with it. Teach that 5-on-5. Teach. They about to have fun. They putting some fights together, man. I ain't mad at the 5v5 though, but I ain't see all the I ain't see the whole little presser. I seen a little bit with Ray Ford standing there with his belts. I seen the face off with Wilder and Zane. Yeah, easy fight. Yeah, nah, FA ain't an easy fight. Chad could fight the guy FA fought. He was a better opponent. Absolutely, 100% Teach. I mean, Zenith, 100%, bro. So we're seeing Wilder or Eddie together. I know, right? I know it is. I guess it really is new beginnings. Ain't no real heavyweights fighting for real. I think they are, man. I just think dudes are at different points, man. They just at different points. Macho, I think, you know. I think Zhang is real, man. I think Wilder is still a question mark or what version of Wilder we gonna get, respectfully. So I get it, but I think they still real. Tell you just love to fight. Of course, say boxing as long as he still got his skills, and they don't like them either. That's what I'm saying, Dante. That's my guy. He be on it, bro. He be on it. Yeah, I'm telling you, that's what I'm saying, bro. They mad at the ones that eat, sleep, and shit and just love to fight. And then they mad at the guy that's telling you, hey, look, man, I ain't trying to fight till I'm 30-something. I ain't trying to be 40 boxing. I ain't trying to let the sport retire me. I'm trying to get my fights in, utilize his talent, make my money. And the thing is, Jaron Anderson thinking about life after boxing. And that's what people are not used to fighters speaking on. That's what he think about, life after boxing. Like, he don't only just want to be a boxer. And when people see how talented you are and you young like that, and you got to look like you got a lot of potential, promising future, they expect you to embrace it and want to be in boxing. Like, that should be your own one and only career. And I just feel like Jaron Anderson looking at it like, bro, it's more layers to me than just boxing. And we got to wait and see, man. I support the young man. AJ versus Fury or Wilder, will we see it? You got a better chance of saying AJ and Fury and the ball, because I hear that they might push for AJ getting the winner out of Fury and Usyk. Salute to my guy, Platboy Plays, always supporting the grind. He said, better be versus Beeble. It's a true boxing fan dream fight. It is, and I'm glad they make it. It took long enough, but I still don't think it's too long because they both got all the hardware. They both still undefeated at the top of their games, and may the best man win. I think it's a real fight. What is it, June 1st, I think it's
and we ain't never got to box again. Well, right. well, I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Salute to my bro, Platboy, please. My bad, y'all. Salute to my guy, Platboy, please. Reef, a lot of people mad at the boxers treating it as his own job with a prize fighter. People need to use their brains. That's what I'm saying. It's prize fighting at the end of the day, and people don't like to hear. They want to hear that blood, guts, and glory. I think those days are over. I think fighters waking up. I think a lot of fighters seeing how just having, and not saying it's not okay. Like you shouldn't have that mentality to deliver the best fights, but just having that blood and guts mentality alone and being totally ignorant to the business side is a thing of the past for the most part. I think a lot of these fighters are well aware of maybe their earning potential or the potential money to be earned if they're able to keep winning. So again, it's a different day, man. Like all that blood and gut stuff. You know, some people talk it, but they rarely walk that. And look, Jaron Anderson is you already in a sport that's unforgiving like boxing. You're in a heavyweight division, bro. Let's see where it go, man. Let's see where it go. I'm not gonna make no rash judgment on it, man. I think he's doing a decent job right now. I think he's doing a good job. I'm telling you, his prize fight and Reef, that's a fact. So it's a whole better be Beaver boxing card is fire. Yeah. So you need to sell us fans a lie and not be so honest. Nah, I get it. But look, just like Dante said, IBS, you got some fighters that tell you they eat, sleep, and shit it, and they still get shitted on. They still get called shit fighters, and they ain't that good. And you get what I'm saying? And then you got a guy like him that's good, but telling you, hey, look, bro, I ain't trying to be here forever. And then they mad. You get what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Drop your link, Plat Boy. Salute to you, bro. Appreciate you as always, family. Annabelle saying we also lucky boxing is popping yacht for 2 years in a row now. It is. I think boxing is good. It's not all good, and it'll never be. So if you're looking for boxing to be perfect, definitely in the wrong sport. But it got a lot of good to offer, a lot of good fights to be made, and I don't think we done getting them. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we done getting them. Nobody paying the money to watch you if you approach the game. Approach the game like that. I don't know though, because that's not necessarily the case, right? That's not necessarily the truth, right? If you still win at IBS, like your approach is your approach. My bad, y'all. People be pissing me off sometimes. They be hitting me at the wrong time. Nobody paying them. Oh, now. So again, you get what I'm saying? Like I get what you're saying, but I think it could be. I'll say it this way. Maybe it'll be some people that'll be hesitant with that approach, right? But I think the most important thing, and all of us need to keep it in mind, as long as you keep winning, bro. As long as, because think about it. You have people that continue to get opportunities even when they lose. You get people that sell you that they're going to do this and that and don't do it and still get opportunities. You get what I'm saying? For him, I think it's most important. Like, as long as he keep winning, the opportunities will keep presenting themselves, right? He just got to stay the course, stay focused, and lock in. You get what I'm saying? Just lock in. Lock in. And he in a very good position to do something great. You know what I'm saying? He really is. Man, sometimes, bro. I swear. But man, you like Sweet Pea with the hell yeah, man. I love Sweet Pea, man. That shit was different. You won't find too many people with defense like that. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that right now. There ain't too many people that had defense like that. For a year, we were talking about Tango, Ryan, Haney, etc. Now it's happening. I'm a happy ass boxing fan. And the ball, they not getting it, bro. Ryan low key delivering you the fights. Think about it. People only see it as one way. You see it as Devin really, because he's saying he's fighting the best, but Ryan is really fighting the best fighters in the world. He fought Tank a couple fights ago. Then he fought Duarte. Then he turned around. Now he fight Haney. He, in fact, is fighting some of the best fighters in the world. Gotta give that man some credit, right? Gotta give that man King Rod some credit, bro. Got to. So we are getting some of the fights that we want. I think that's important, and I think we're gonna keep getting them, bro. I think we're going to keep getting them. We just got to keep pushing for the right fighters. Y'all make sure y'all smash the like button, sub to the channel. We rocking out. We get going into the home stretch. Salute to everybody that stayed to the end of the show. Another dope build in the books. Something else I'm going to touch on for a little bit before we slide. Yeah, man, I read that Mario Barrios and his team said they were the front runners to fighting Boots. And they were with it pretty much, but I'll take that with a grain of salt, because on one end you hear his team saying Boots is high risk, low reward. Then on the other end, they saying they were the front runners and they was all game for the opportunity, saying that they would have fought Boots. But if that's the case, I don't see why they can't revisit that after they whatever their next fights is. If Barrios is staged to fight Fabian McDonough, if Boots happen to fight Cody Crowley or not, I don't see why a fight between him and Barrios can't happen as long as Barrios is at 47 and Boots is there. That should be a fight they should make, man. I mean, I can't be against it because the pickings are slim for Boots down there at 47, and he gonna find himself having some issue getting the dance partners and stuff like that. So, you know what I mean? But we gonna see. But one more thing I'm gonna speak on before I got out of here, man. I see I see Kid Austin and his pops been going at it again with Shakur, going back and forth on Instagram. They've been throwing their name in a hat to get this fight for a little while now. Listen, right off the bat, I can say I rock with Kid Austin as a young talent, man. I don't think he's doing nothing wrong. The only question I got is who's really who's typing this back and forth to Shakur? Is this Kid Austin or is this his pops? That does make a difference because if your pops can't talk for you, that's the only thing. Not because he can't fight for you, so he shouldn't orchestrate the fights for you in this regard. But I'm not mad at him throwing his name in the hat. I mean, you in boxing to be great, right? He look at his son as one of the best fighters in the world, and that's what he building him to be. You shooting for the top, whether you get it or not, is another thing. But I'm not mad at you throwing your hat in there. I mean, with the little troll tactics, you a chicken and you ducking and all that. They are on separate networks. Oscar De La Hoya is not looking to put Kid Austin in the ring with Shakur Stevenson right now. We just being honest. It's not up for Shakur to fight him either. He not picking his fights, obviously. This fight is not going to happen. I don't think no time soon. Respectfully, I think Kid Austin is a ways from here, away from a fight like this. They said Shakur probably fighting just another cab driver or something like that. I mean, they fighting another Olympian. I mean, yes, I don't know. So another former Olympian. I think a bronze medalist that Artem was. So it might not be the biggest name, but we already know what's the reasoning for that. But I mean, I salute Kid Austin and his pops, man. They entertaining, man. They're applying what they feel like is their pressure to Shakur and making it, very evident that they would like this fight with him. But like I said, they ain't fighting no time soon. And different networks, and Oscar know very well what Shakur is as a talent. I don't think he's stupid. A real check, yeah, I'm telling you. Woof, we gonna need it. Black belt was good. I want that Mayweather to put Jalil in with Barrios after Jalil fights in June. I would like to see it. Salute to Jalil, Major Hackett too, man. Hopefully, man, they continue to push that man or start pushing, keeping him more active because he a real talent and he need to be out there. He need to be fighting. You're gonna leave match to Ratcham. They probably did, Big Supreme. They could have. If Shakur not giving them that fight. Nah. I mean, they ain't thinking about it like business-wise. It don't make sense, though, IVS. That's the part that people don't consider. I've noticed something. When people don't like a fighter and somebody calls them out, that's unreal. Like, think about this. People are more mad at the notion that Shakur could fight Devin Haney as opposed to being mad at Kid Austin for calling for Shakur, knowing that's even less likely. Like, Shakur and Devin Haney are more on each other levels than Kid Austin being where they're at right now in their careers currently. You get what I'm trying to say? So that's how you know when people don't like a fighter. They look at Shakur like, well, Kid Austin said he want to fight. Why you not fight? You going to duck him too? It's like, man, miss me with that. That fight ain't coming no time soon. They're not fighting no time soon. Howard Tunyon, yeah, something like that. Very solid fighter. He is. Artem is a solid, bronze medalist. So he's solid. So I'm not calling him a bum. I ain't gonna say he no world beater by any stretch, but I think it's a fighter that Shakur gonna style on, to be honest with you. That's just what I think. But he still got to go out there and show it. I could say anything. I said it with Edwin, right? But I think this is a different fight, different situation. I think he'll be better prepared. I think he'll have a better camp. He'll be in better shape, better condition. I just think different fight, different style. Artem not being a big puncher, I won't be surprised to see Shakur go on his bag in this fight. I just don't. Fighting him in the pocket, I'm not gonna be surprised because again, just not an overly big puncher. So we're gonna see. Kid Austin Shakur is like Canelo is a tank too soon. Right, some shit like that almost Annabelle, like it just ain't happening. I'm in the building July in Jersey. Let's go, cuzzo. We there. July 6th. Let's turn up. Y'all make sure y'all smash the like button for the people that's still in the building. But yeah, man, Kid Austin and them, they've been very adamant about their feelings towards
Shakur Stevenson.
Boy, tender and all that, man. They call him a chicken tender, all that. I say, man, let's see the fight, but let's be realistic. We're not gonna see this fight right now, but maybe it's a future fight. Who knows? Because I do think they got Kid Austin on a fast track, or kind of fast track, where they're keeping him active. They're getting him experience. They're getting him fights. I think that, you know, it'll allow him to get the seasoning needed to keep getting to that next level. Him being a hard worker, I ain't gonna be surprised to see him work his way into title contention and compete for a title. I wouldn't be surprised at all, because he worked that damn hard. So we'll see. Yeah, them cuts might come back to haunt him, Ronnie, in a maybe, you know what I mean? With I said that the scar tissue, the big one under the cheek, on the cheek, and then the other one by like the eye or eyebrow or something like that. So Tasmanian Wolves was good with it. I mean, Jaron can't fight Conor or Virgil. That man is a shame if he can't get those. Simply doesn't deserve Terrence. I mean, deserve is a tricky word, bro. Deserve is a tricky word, Tasmanian Wolves, because he's a champion now, right? He got 30 plus fights in. He got more fights than Errol Spence. Errol Spence been afforded certain opportunities that Boots Ennis hasn't. Meanwhile, Boots have been just having to beat the best guys that they put in front of him, right? Just beat the guys they put in front of him. And it's been extremely difficult for him to get any meaningful challenges, bro. So what I'm saying is, I don't think it's a matter of what he deserves. I think it's a matter of what's realistic and more likely to happen. He's the only champion at 147. If it's anybody that would deserve a shot at 47 at Crawford, it would be him. It would be him. Like, I don't think 31 fights, you're telling me how many more fights do you think you need to have to get to deserve Terrence Crawford? Think about it. He got more fights than Errol Spence. You get what I'm saying? So Errol Spence was afforded an opportunity earlier in his career, you know, in terms of number of fights than what Boots Ennis is. So I don't think it's a matter of deserving. I think it's a matter of what's realistic and what's available. Terrence Crawford is in an odd situation where it seems like on one end he's done with 47, but he still has the belts, so that he has some attachment there. So people going to ask for that Boots fight. So I don't think it's a matter of deserving it. Just think it comes down to what's realistic and what's possible. And I don't think that's going to be a possible fight. P. Hunter said I couldn't be a promoter because I'll tell fighters I see you taking, I'm going to give you what I want. If you lose, don't look at me. Yeah, P. Hunter was good with it. Appreciate you as always, man. You always, Arena. I'm sending my mom to the Matias fighters Mother's Day gift. You a fool, man. Fact they promoters don't want to lose. I'm marketed both fighters too early. After short careers, I like Fernando Vargas. I haven't them fighting too many tough fights. Nah, it's facts, bro. Big Supreme people gonna protect their investment, bro. They gonna protect their investment, especially as long as they could. Like, people keep thinking that guys is going in there saying, "Give me the toughest fighter you got possible every single time for my guy," but that'd be stupid, and you will never. These fighters will never grow and build the way you want to see them build if that was the case. If you just being realistic, you know, people have to take these grooming fights, these type of fights where you learn, you build, you get better from. You gotta take them type of fights on the way up. How else you gonna get better? You can't just go from the amateurs to the pros to the top level competition immediately. Nah, you gotta work your way up. So again, man, just gonna see, man. I just think Boots deserve any opportunity that they got coming to him. I think I agree with Sean Porter when he says something about he should look to go to 54. I just don't think that'd be a bad idea. You know what I'm saying? When you got skill like this, man, you can get what I'm saying? You got skill like this, you can go wherever you want. The music make it fun. Good Boots, bro. Boots different. Very different, bro. Very different. That man got a highlight tape. I'm telling you, man, he's just a special fighter. So when you that good, you can go where you want, man. He could compete at 54, I think, with no problem. But nothing is a gimme in boxing. I respect his decision to stick at 47 and try to be great there. And we'll just see what opportunities lie there for him, man. We'll see. Let's see, dude, need more reputable opponents than he's facing. Yeah, but the problem is, bro, they're not willing to fight him. So at what point do you say he deserves his shot? You get what I'm saying? He got more. I'm trying to make a point. He got more fights than Errol Spence and still haven't been given that type of fight. He hasn't been given no Kell Brook opportunity. You get what I'm saying? So maybe Terrence Crawford would be that. And the only reason I say Terrence Crawford over Errol Spence lost the fight. We know he going to 54. Terrence Crawford won the fight. Still had belts at 47 and is exploring options at 54. So get it? Know what I mean? Like, if you lose, you lose. After seeing how one-sided him and Earl played out when we thought that was the best fight, you get what I'm saying? I don't think him and Boots fight to play out that way, that one-sided. I think we all might feel like that, even if we think he'll lose. So just off that alone and him actually having the one and only title that Terrence Crawford did have, that IBF strap, I ain't against seeing that fight. Signed to PBC. He only has one good fight. His own, that's Ortiz. I'm telling you, you see, you looked into the deep future. I looked the same way, Zenith. And maybe that'd be a good sign. Maybe he can get that because that should have been his 47 big fight, Virgil Ortiz, in my opinion. But we'll see, man. They should have waited a while before putting Rolly in hard fights. I think they had to kind of cash. I don't want to say cash in on Rolly, but I think they had to kind of strike while the opportunity was available for him. You know what I'm saying? Put him in some fights because that pit bull fight, like, whew, man, that was tough. But Rolly always got a chance to win because he a wild card. They're trying to build that Ortiz fighter for 2 years. They better not. Now, don't do it too long because we ain't trying to see it. We're not pressure the opponents when we talk about the fighters that can't get the fights. Yeah, man, it's tough. It's tough. It's tough. Salute to everybody, man. Y'all make sure y'all smash the like button. This is another dope build. Just to wrap up, Ryan Garcia is running rampant in these YouTube streets. He out here impregnating porn stars and, you know, shitting on Errol Spence, out here spilling Errol Spence tea and, you know, saying F Earl and all this weird stuff. Hopefully he focused on that fight this Saturday. I hear the venue looking empty. I thought it would do better than that, but I'm not fully surprised being that Ryan has been very unpredictable this entire build-up. And that's sometimes I could do more harm than good. Devin Haney, great job with the $1 million worth of game interview. Even though you did some capping in there, it's all good, bro. I rock with you. A good interview. Salute the $1 million worth of game. Boots, man, I just hope to see him back in the ring sooner than later. I know it ain't gonna be no crazy opponent because it's not no crazy opponents at 47 for him. Open up, but even still to get 2 of those fights, we'll have to work with the PBC. Yup, it's tough, Zane. Where do you go? You know what I'm saying? Where do you go? Peace to the Queen Aisha, man, as well, man. Much love to everybody. The zone makes sense for activity, but not for belts. He want fact, Zane, if I agree. Ortiz, and they get him a little bit of change, you know what I mean? Ortiz got an easy fight coming up. Yeah, I think they still testing the waters with Ortiz in terms of his health. That's why they're giving him fights like Thomas DeLorme, meanwhile not ruining his potential chances at competing for a title. I think they're trying to line Ortiz up for a title at 54. I could be wrong, but that's why I think Oscar not letting Boots fight Ortiz anytime soon. Not if he want to keep winning. I mean, he's made well stay 47. Right, he got more actors pregnant. Yeah, that, I mean, he posted it himself, Tasmanian Wolves. He posted it. Ryan posted it. Yo, he been tripping. He been posting away. I told you that dude he been on one for a while, y'all. Ryan Garcia been on one for a while. But man, again, salute to everybody in the building. If y'all didn't hit the like button, make sure y'all smash the like button. Sub to the channel, turn your notifications on, all that good stuff, man. And we gonna keep building and rocking, man. Sean Garcia got to fight one of the Vargas brothers too, man. What is this?
I'm gonna stop him. I'm gonna stop him like how his brother got stopped. So their family, they quit. You can never say that about my family. So
your whole family knows I'm better than you. Before each fight, your mom came up to me and told me, "Hey, take it easy on my son.
Make sure you don't quit. Make sure you don't quit like your brother."
She's gonna say that June 1st, I promise.
Hey, don't quit like your brother, bro. That's all I'm saying. I know where to hit you. That's to the body, baby.
I'm not my brother. And I also know you guys want to see me knock him out, so that's what I'm gonna do June 1st.
He's a clown, and he has no power. I'm gonna stop him in the later rounds. But I know where to hit you to the body, baby. Make sure you stand up.
Yeah, sure.
Firework.
Why would they slip 50 in there at the end of that, trying to get me to? But man, salute to everybody. Ronnie, appreciate you, family. All things, my guy. Always, man. Zenith. That was Amado Vargas. Amado Vargas. He fighting Sean Garcia, Ryan brothers. Zenith. They actually fighting. I think Amado might hurt him. I don't believe in Ryan Garcia's brother as a talent in boxing like that. I think he damn near retired for a little bit, came back. I think the Vargas family is serious about their boxing. Again, the Garcia family, like, think about it. Ryan never really like quit boxing. I think his brother retired or something for a little bit and then came back out of nowhere. So his dedication is in question. I think Amado gonna chip him. Ryan brother not that good. Absolutely not. 50 song was in my head all weekend after that. I'm telling you, you should have then bro. Sean Garcia was trying to rap this song. I'm like, nah, that ain't you, dog. Don't rap this song. Vargas not all that. Now he's still early in his career, but I think he's better than you get what I'm saying? I think he's better than the Ryan brother. Ryan Blender fights. Yeah, I'm telling you, I knew that. I'm telling that's his brother. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was his brother, Zenith. I'm like, nah, bro. They about to get smacked up. And I thought Canelo was talking about Oscar De La Hoya in this clip that I was playing, but he was talking about Benavidez.
I don't have anything to say to that people because they never gonna understand that because they see, but they don't wanna understand. So I'm happy with what I'm doing and I'm gonna still doing.
You also said Benavidez brings nothing to the table outside of 25 extra pounds on fight night. David said he's open to a rehydration clause.
And then what?
You're
gonna talk about that clause, and when I beat him, they're gonna say, "Oh, they put me that clause." So nothing to do with that fight.
Seems like a rehydration clause would put you in a lose-lose situation too.
Yeah. It's a lose-lose situation because they're gonna after the fight they're gonna talk because of this.
But there also doesn't appear to be anyone at 116 pounds outside of Benavidez that could bring you the money you're looking for.
No, but because I don't, I fought with any fighter and I win my good money. So and I can do whatever I want in this time. I deserve it because I did everything in my career and I deserve being in this position and I'm gonna.
I love it, yo. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I don't like exactly what he's saying. But I get it to a certain degree. But I love the English speaking Canelo, man. That English speaking Canelo is goated, man. That's funny. I like it, but he just simply feels like he don't want to fight Benavidez, whether it's fear, whether it's not want to give him a shot, whether he feel like he ain't on his level, he don't deserve it, whether he feel like he gonna just beat him. Whatever. At the end of the day, fight the man, get a man an opportunity. I can't say you deserve to do whatever you want. He said he gonna make his good money no matter who he fight, and he don't care about Benavidez. That's pretty much what he said. Just for Mel Charles for 154, don't care about what we want to go and say. Stop. He definitely don't care about what the people say. You're gonna make an excuse anyway. You're gonna say because of the clause. I love it though, man. Canelo is hilarious, man. I reported, man, you know Ebola. Of course they are. He will get more credit for David in the UK, dude. Yeah, that he been fighting or bringing up 54 pounders, Aisha. You get what I'm saying? So we ain't trying to hear none of that. Salute to Canelo, but he got to do better. Got to do better because you get paid so much, Canelo, and you still a hell of a talent in the sport. So with that, man, much love and appreciation to everybody in the building. Salute to everybody in the Cash App Super Chat. Much love to the family. Appreciate everybody. Y'all make sure y'all smash the like button, sub to the channel. And in about 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes, man, at 8 o'clock, y'all go check out my good brother, Hardcore Boxing News. You know, the good family, man. I will be over there, man. I will check y'all over there for sure. Brain Food was good, but they both got fights, so we get 2 for 1. Yes, sir. And you got caught cheating, Clendello. Yeah, right. Act like we forgot. Remember he cheated and got mad at us? IBS, he got mad at us in Golovkin. He was mad at the fans, bro. We ain't do it. You know what I'm saying? Peace and blessings to everybody, man. Zenith, my guy, All Things. Aisha the Clean, Cuzzo, Ashley's Corner, Brain Food, IBS, and the Ball. The rest of the game, man. I will see y'all tomorrow for sure at 4 o'clock, man. Y'all go tap in the Hardcore Boxing News. My good brother, Jay Hardcore at 8 o'clock. That's in about 8 minutes or so. And I appreciate y'all. See y'all tomorrow. Peace to the fan.